It's happening tomorrow, and that's where these teams want to be. We saw from all corners of the globe, teams putting their best foot forward. The skills, their coordination, their accuracy, but most important, of course, their teamwork, their decision making under pressure. The compounding effect from the day gone by played its part at the end, but it was ultimately the teams that have the best strategies, the best athletes are looking to progress here in the Battle of the Cities from heat number 1. But as we just said, we're going to move into heat number 2 very shortly. And so the question is, will these times stand up? Will these times be enough? Will these points be enough to keep those that are in the top 4 currently? Will it be enough to keep them there by the end of this evening? We've seen it from day 1. All the skills are required to make sure they get into those top positions. It is all on here throughout the day. They've got 7 obstacles, 7 rounds to mark their place. And will it be enough to put them into the top 4 of the grand final on Sunday? Let's go down to the competition floor where the vibes are happening and the teams are about to hit the floor. Let's go back down to Stephen Ahmed.
And here we go. We are live once again. Stephen Ahmed, are you ready?
Of course I am.
Let's ask everybody one more time. Is everybody ready? Here we go. It's time to meet and greet your teams for your Battle of the Cities. First off, team number 1, Hagentel from Guam.
هذه اللحظة التي ننتظرها أعزائي مشاهدينا الكرام، لحظة الفئة الثانية من تحدي المدن، وينطلق التحدي الرابع وفي المسار الأول من غوام فريق هاجانتا.
And now let us welcome wearing sky blue shirt from USA, from the city of Houston.
ومن الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية نرحب بفريق هيوستن.
All the way from España, it's Barcelona.
نرحب بالفريق الأسباني فريق برشلونة.
And now let's go up north. It's an all-women team all the way from Netherlands, the city of Breda.
نرحب سيداتي آنساتي سادتي، الفريق القادم من هولندا فريق بريدا.
Wearing all black from Poland, give it up for Rodnik.
ننتقل إلى التحدي رقم 5 والفريق البولندي. رحبوا معي بفريق ريبنيك.
And here we go, make some noise all the way from France, your team Perpignan.
ومن فرنسا فريق بيربينيان.
And now time to meet your heavyweights from Montreal, Canada.
الفريق صاحب اللقب والذي قادم للحفاظ على اللقب من كندا فريق مونتريال.
Going back to the USA from the city of St. Louis.
من الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية فريق مدينة سانت لويس.
Here they go, wearing yellow, all the way from Sweden, your city of Stockholm.
ومن السويد نرحب بفريق مدينة ستوكهولم.
And they got a lot of fans in attendance tonight. From Poland, the city of dance.
ومن بولندا نرحب بفريق دانس.
coming right up, wearing all black. Give it up for your Dubai UAE.
ومن دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة الفريق ذو الحصان الأسود فريق دبي.
And now coming right up all gray, your city of Kazan.
ومن روسيا نرحب بفريق كازا.
It's an all-women's squad wearing your blue shirt. Give it up for Gothenburg, Sweden.
نرحب بالفريق القادم من السويد فريق مدينة غوتنبرغ.
Walking down the lane, tall and proud from Russia. Give it up for your team, Chelyabinsk.
نرحب بفريق الروسي تشيليابينسك.
Wearing orange, here they come, ladies and gentlemen. Also from Russia, St. Petersburg.
أيضا فريق قادم من أعلى ومن شمال القارة روسيا فريق سان بطرسبرغ.
Going back now to the USA, give it up for the state of Utah.
ومن الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية نرحب بفريق يوتا.
And now time for obstacle number 3, ladies and gentlemen, wearing light blue shirt from France, Chambéry.
وأيضا من فرنسا أعزائي سيداتي آنساتي سادتي نرحب بفريق شامبيري.
And here they come all the way from Italia, the city of Bologna.
ومن إيطاليا سيداتي آنساتي سادتي رحبوا معي بفريق مدينة بولونيا.
Another Polish team, give it up for the ladies all the way from Elbląg.
قادما من دولة بولندا فريق إبلاغ.
And now, all these men walking tall and proud. Give it up from Poland, Katowice.
ومن بولندا أيها السيدات والسادة من مدينة كاتوفيسي.
All right, here goes your team now, ready to battle from France, from the city of Toulouse.
ننتقل إلى الحاجز رقم 2 وفي المسار الأول قادما من فرنسا فريق مدينة تولوز.
And here they come all the way from the capital of Russia. Give it up for the city of Moscow.
من العاصمة الروسية نرحب بفريق موسكو.
And we got a mixed team up coming up from Sweden, from the city of Malmo.
قادما من السويد رحبوا معي بفريق مدينة مالمو.
And now let us move on to your team wearing light blue shirt. Here they come from Czech Republic, Kutna Hora.
قادما من جمهورية الشيك فريق مدينة كونتا هورا.
And here we go, coming up next, we're going back now to Spain from the city of Malaga.
ننتقل إلى التحدي رقم 1 والمسار رقم 1 من دولة أسبانيا فريق مالاغا.
Also from España, the city of Oviedo.
أيضا من دولة أسبانيا رحبوا معي بفريق مدينة أوفيدو.
And now let us move on from the USA, these are your heavyweights from the city of Colorado.
قادما من الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية في رحلة الحفاظ على اللقب فريق مدينة كولورادو.
And last but not least, all the way from Italia, the historic city of Florence.
آخرا وليس أخيرا من إيطاليا، رحبوا معي بفريق مدينة فلورنسا.
Welcome back into By Games 2026 here, brought to you by DP World. We can see on screen at the moment it is heat number 2 for the Battle of the Cities. Each team will begin on their allocated obstacle. They'll have 10 minutes to complete that obstacle as quickly as possible. They'll have a 10-minute break before moving on. Now, points matter. Bonus points matter if they're vying for those top 4 spots and a place in Championship Sunday. Only the top 4 will advance, and only the top 4 will have a chance to be crowned champion of Battle of the Cities for 2026. It's 56 teams have taken to the floor. We had 28 before in heat number 1. There's 28 now, and the games are about to continue. Who will be those final 4? We've got 7 obstacles to find out exactly that. And here is obstacle number 7 by Emirat. Taking a little bit of a look here at obstacle number 7 by Emirat. It's going to take coordination, precision, power, and accuracy. As we've seen throughout the day, 3 stages, 3 sections will need to be conquered in order to make it out to the other side. There's lots to play for, there's lots to do, but there's also strategy involved. It's not about the fastest, the quickest, or the strongest. It's about who can work together. The stronger team will become the stronger winners and go through to the finals. But let's find out the finer details about obstacle number 7, brought to you by Emirat.
And here we go. We are live from obstacle number 7, sponsored by Emirat Ahmed. You know what? This obstacle, it is very difficult to begin with because, first of all, you got a heavy rope drenched in water, which makes it even heavier, and you got to hook it up with a hook above them, probably around 9 feet up in the air. After that, you got to rappel down to the other side, right here at the deadlift station, which, by the way, it is super heavy. You got to keep on deadlifting until you get a ladder to the other side, cross to the water, climb up, and press the buzzer. Kind of sounds really simple, but I'm telling you, it is very difficult, my friend.
أكيد أكيد ستيف، هذه المحطة هنا رقم 7 والتي تأتي برعاية وقود الإمارات، ونقف بالتحديد في منطقة الديد ليفت. هذه المحطة التي تعتمد على العضلات، القوة البدنية والعمل الجماعي بلا شك. هنا ما يقارب ستيف I don't know
That's very heavy,
200
Yeah.
كيجي، أعتقد أكثر من 200 كيلو جرام. تنتقل من خلالها، ينتقل السلم إلى الطرف الآخر، ومن ثم ينتقل اللاعبين عبر الجدار بتكنيك معين وسريع يجب أن يصلوا إلى خط النهاية. It's very heavy, Steve.
It is very heavy now for the teams who just have a lot of strength. Well, maybe not, but we're going to find out because it's all about raw strength, a lot of power, and, of course, who wants it more. Back to you, Grant.
Thank you, Steve and Arma, taking us through, giving their advice and tips. And I did think they were actually going to start lifting that deadlift weight to test if it is 200 kgs or not. But I tell you what we have in front of us is the briefing here. Greg Busser, the head of this obstacle, is just instructing teams what is required. The questions are being asked to ensure they do the correct things. And they are looking for the fastest, most efficient route from start to finish. As you just heard, there is broken into 3 sections here. And how they take on those 3 sections, well, we're about to find out. The first decision, as always, 7 members are allowed in each team, but only 5 during the competition or here in the first round at obstacle number 7, brought to you by Emirat. So who will be those first 5 competitors that each team chooses to take on the 3 sections? For this one, there's coordination, there's precision, power, and accuracy required. As Steve and others were saying, the first section is the rope, the heavy rope that's been lying there in the water, getting heavier and heavier. It's going to play a part because they need to take that rope and fling it up into the air about 9 feet. It's our scientific measurement right there. And they'll need to hook the rope on top before they can progress their way across. You can see there the athletes, the teams, going through their mental preparation. St. Petersburg, they were in the finals last year. So we have some heavy hitters here to start us off in round number 1. St. Petersburg, they were in 4th position last year, finishing up, and I'm sure they want to go a few steps further. They want to stand up top of that podium, not only for the amazing amount of money available, but more incredibly, the honours, the top honours here of Dubai Games 2026. They want to stand on top and call themselves the champions for 2026. You see the debrief here between the teams. Like this, nice and calm, nice and subtle communication. That's what it's going to take, because if you rush too fast, if you make mistakes, it is going to cost you. As always, in the top left-hand corner there, we will have the line assignments for you. You can see in the top left-hand corner though on your screen is the 4th place from last year, St. Petersburg. In the bottom right there, the all-female team discussing technique and skills. Going through. That's from Gothenburg in Sweden. Then Utah there in the green in the bottom left. And of course, Chelyabinsk from Russia. The 4 teams ready to take on the Battle of the Cities in heat number 2, ready to take on obstacle number 7. That's right, it's only going to get faster, more frantic as these teams look to make it to the end as quickly as possible. So what is it in your mind? What are the questions, or what are the solutions that these teams need to go through? We saw before some teams struggling with the rope, unable to get the hook that they require before they can put the tension on the rope and quickly scale across. Or will it be the sticking point when it comes to the deadlift in the second section? Remember, I would say it's probably more north of 300 kilos. It requires 4 people to do the deadlifts in section number 2, but it's absolutely vital that they complete the deadlifts. We have seen some teams struggle with it, but I don't think we're going to see that moving forward. They've been able to analyze, they're able to see what happened before, so it will help them strategize a little bit more here. But by doing those deadlifts, that's going to push the ladder towards the exit of the lanes. They're going to have to do that if they want to push those 5 buzzers at the top. You can see them there in the background. That is the target for all of our teams. We're now into 2 minutes 50 seconds inside the final 3 minutes. And you always see it. You always see those nerves, the jumping up and down of excitement. Oh, I'm getting nervous here in the commentary watching. I cannot imagine how they feel out on the competition floor. If you are a fitness fanatic, you'll understand that nerves do play a big part, especially at the top of your game. And right here, we've probably seen that. It's who handles the pressure the most. Who will stay calm and collected, who will make the right decisions at the right time to save those precious seconds and make it through our 3 stages and up to those 5 buzzers. See a couple of last moment stretches there. All teams, you have to say, looking very well organised. 2 minutes to go before the start. Got a couple people here having a good giggle, enjoying the time down here in the fan area, the fan arena. If you are around Dubai Festival City, make sure you bring yourself down here. Come and get involved. See what's happening. I tell you what, it looks great on screen. It absolutely is. But when you're here in person, it is another level. We can see across the arena here, the night is upon us. The lights are on. And action is about to take place. 90 seconds away. Dubai Games 2026. You heard it before. There's a 4 million dirham prize pool. Up for grabs, first place 500,000 dirhams, second place 250, and third place 150,000. But for our Battle of the Cities teams, it's all about that top 10 when it comes to prize money, because even the 10th place position will get 20,000 dirhams for their team. So every position counts, every point counts as we count down the last 60 seconds here to get us underway for heat number 2. Who has the best coordination? Who is the most precise? Who will have the most power, or who will be the most accurate in round number 1? Our team in green here on the blue lane. They look psyched, they look ready. They are our Utah team from the US of A. I do hear them before they were talking. They know they can go fast, but will they be able to play it when the buzzer goes? It's 25 seconds here. The Battle of the Cities, heat number 2. 4 positions. That's all there will be in the final. And will one of these teams be able to stamp their mark? Will it be our 4th place from last year, St. Petersburg? Will it be our Colorado team from the USA? Will it be Montreal, or will there be a new top 4? We're about to find out. Welcome in to Dubai Games 2026, brought to you by DP World. This is obstacle number 7, and heat number 2, Battle of the Cities, is underway. From left to right, the teams quickly into position. And was talking off air in the break, we're talking about how quick they get tension on the rope, and the trick to this one is how to maintain that tension. And of course, before they can do that, as you see there in the orange lane, very, very fast, it is our team from Russia that's able to get that hook on. Now they're putting tension, and you can see here the technique. I was talking with race director Ron Braid, and he talked about how some teams will get the hook, they'll pull the tension, and they'll do one loop. And you can see already the athlete halfway over, past the hook, they've already got tension up that first loop. And if you're into rock climbing, or if you're into rope courses, you understand the angles of the rope matter. You can see a very different technique here with the tie of the knot. The 4th lane here, blue lane, is that Utah team. They're not, well, it's working for them. You can see there's not as much tension, so it's a little more difficult for the teams to make it across. Here is our St. Petersburg team, our 4th place from last year. You can see they've got much more tension in their rope. And you can see here too, they're leading with their head up to the midpoint. And we saw from our Scotchy team earlier on in heat number 1, they did a reversal. When they got to halfway, they flipped around, they hooked their legs over, and they just simply glided down to the bottom. And that's, if we have to ask me, that is the most efficient way to progress your way through the course. And they're in the green lane. It is our team from St. Petersburg, showing why they are one of the top teams here in the competition. Quickly moving on to the deadlift. We can see with our high view here, the ladder will start to move towards the exit point. This is stage number 2. We're probably thinking closer or north of 400 kilos. Maybe, maybe not. There's a little trick to this one. You see here, on the far side is where the pulley system is. So the majority of the weight of the deadlift will go through that far left-hand side. So if you're the athlete on the left, you have to work how to make sure how to work that weight up in a vertical manner to push that ladder across. You see there in the blue lane and the green lane, the top of the screen, the ladder moving quickly here. The team from Utah nearly into position, only seconds or centimeters away, I should say, and they'll be able to move on to the 3rd and final stage. Wow, they are lightning quick. It's only 2.5 minutes into it. The team from Gothenburg there, different technique, 3 athletes facing forward, 1 athlete facing back. We saw earlier here on the deadlifts, if one of the athletes, the one that's closest to the pulley system, they're on the right-hand side of their lane, if they face towards that pulley system, it's going to be a little bit easier, and it's more like a traditional, conventional deadlift. But here we have stage 3 as part of obstacle number 7, brought to you by Emirat. It is our leaders there for Utah, but in second place there in the green lane coming up is the 4th place that St. Petersburg from Russia, trying to move quickly Their ladders are in position. You can see our team from Russia there. Chelyabinsk, they have got in their position. The ladder you can actually see behind the lane referee here. That orange ladder moving across. And it's important to note that when they're in this third section, they can only hold on to the same coloured obstacle as in their lane. So if they're in the green lane, as we just saw, they can only hold on to the green ropes, and they can only put their feet on those green blocks. You can see if you laser in there as well, those green blocks are slightly angled to make it a little bit more difficult, but these teams are making it look easy. It's only round one, the energy's there, they're fresh, they're ready, and it's only been less than 4 minutes, and already the Utah team has four athletes on the plank, ready to exit out and up to the top and hit those buzzers. These guys and gals are flying. They're going to break some records, I reckon, here in the Battle of the Cities Heat number 2. Obstacle 7 brought to you by Emrite, and it is our team here that's going to rip it up the ladder, get on top. They are so close. Cautious, yes, but fast, absolutely indeed. And they are going to be our winners here in round number 1 on obstacle number 7. Look at the elation from the team. They had a game plan and they executed perfectly, the team from Utah. First place, absolutely deserved. They knew exactly what they needed to do. There in the green lane, St. Petersburg wanting to make sure they get back into the finals. They've got 1 athlete across in the planks, and these teams are so fast that we didn't actually get to see. These ropes are started with first, second, third, fourth grip, and then what they have to do is they have to remove those ropes out of the grips and across, so all they can hang on to ropes further down the wall. Bit of a different technique there from our team in the orange lane. Chelyabinsk from Russia, they want to use their legs a little bit more. If they can keep the tension in their upper body, so that means the shoulders up above the hips, they can use the leg drive, the bigger, stronger muscles of the body to help power that deadlift up, which will push that ladder closer to the end. You can see using a bit, actually a lot of back there. But that's okay, that's one of those learnings that we go through, and understanding biomechanics of the body will definitely help. You can see fatigue kicking in, the quadriceps being used. Definitely in a deadlift, you want to use the stronger muscles of the body, the glutes, the hammies, as well as those quads. So fatigue kicking in there, but they are looking at a third place battle. It is our team from St. Petersburg there in second place in the green lane. They are the ones who look likely to come across in second place. And you have to say, they're doing a fantastic job, but it just puts into perspective how quick the team from Utah was. They finished only 2 minutes ago. But here they are at the top of the tower. 5 buzzers, 5 athletes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the buzzers are struck. Well done to the team. Nice and quick. Coming through just over 6 minutes. 6 minutes and 5 seconds unofficially here for the team from St. Petersburg, looking to put themselves back into that top 4. 4 teams on the arena floor. We've got 2 more teams out there trying to navigate their way through. The team here from Russia. Again, we was talking about this a little earlier. See how they need to place these ropes a little further. Now remember, they can only use the items that are the same color as the lane. So in this case, it is the orange ropes. We're talking about how the technique is. Very hard technique here. So when you are scaling across a wall, you want to stay tight and close to the wall to keep the weight and the center of gravity down through the hips or down through the legs. The further you lean back, the more tension that puts on your grip. Now we think about this being round number 1. By the 7th round, if you're putting tension after tension after tension, that compounding there will make it very difficult in the later stages. So the best advice I can give for this one, keep the body tight, closer to the wall. You see one of our athletes there, a little bit of fatigue falling into the water. The ladies here in the pink lane doing some great work, using the legs, the power from the bottom, driving up. What they're doing very well here is they're moving as one, so they're not lopsided, because you see the poles at the end. Right, the poles slide through the holes, and if the bar starts to move, one side goes higher than the other, then it puts friction from the poles into the holes. So very good job there, our ladies from Gothenburg, Sweden, working in unison. And you can see here our team from Chelyabinsk struggling there with this obstacle. They were quick to get there. They're battling for that 3rd place position. They've got 2 minutes and 2 seconds in order to get across. The Team here deciding to go with the second rope in the second position only. You can see how tough it really is. It's only the first 8 minutes. They're here for a total of 1 hour and 10 minutes. It's 70 minutes. Remember, 10 minutes on each obstacle. And that's a great deadlift right there. Using the power of the legs, the glutes, the hamstrings together to move that ladder into position. And their team there moving on to the third section, looking to navigate their way across the wall. 90 seconds here to go in round number 1. Obstacle number 7 brought to you by Emirates, part of the Dubai Game 2026, powered by DP World. We're nearing those final 60 seconds and already we're starting to see and understand how much fatigue is taking place. The teams moved quick, maybe a little too quick at the start, and the grip starting to fail. The ladies here from Gothenburg though, technique is everything. You see this, how close they are to the wall. So bring themselves up in a more upright position. This will save the grip. Also you can see there the little wrap of the rope around the hand. That also saves the grip. Nice, good technique there from our teams. Of course, that box there on the side of the wall, a little bit of a trick play here, and we're heading into the final 30 seconds. Will they make it across here? Obstacle number 7 brought to you by Emirates. Will they be able to get up to the buzzers and hit 5 buzzers simultaneously? 2 athletes on the far side, so they were in 4th, they are now in 3rd and looking good, but it might be too little too late. 13 seconds here in round number 1. 10 seconds, they still need to get across onto the plank. Every meter counts. Can the ladies make it? 3 seconds to go. It's a tight one. It's going to be close. So close yet so far here for these two teams. Great effort though across the board. Battle of the Cities is underway here with heat number 2, and we're going to get insights into the action. What made the teams so fast? We've got Steve and Ahmed down with our winners.
All right, thank you very much, Grant. Here we go. We got Utah with us tonight. 1 2
1 Spirit!
Man, you guys were so fast. You don't even have the time. You were like barely 5 minutes into the game. You finished so fast. What a secret.
I mean, we came out and we had a plan and we executed it.
You guys were having fun in there.
Oh, yeah, so much fun.
I think it's rightful to ask, what is your pre-battle meal? What did you have for breakfast, man?
I had some meat, some fruit, get that protein in. Yeah.
My man.
I see. I don't think so. Just a fruit to carry more than 200 kg. That's amazing. You know that you lift more than 200 kg in a deadlift?
I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
What's your PR in the deadlift?
My PR? Like 500.
Oh my God.
500, man.
Yes, yes.
A message to the other teams. Yeah. What is your message to the other teams right now?
We'll see you on the podium.
My man. All right, there we go. See you at the podium. Thank you very much. Team Utah, one
One team,
one spirit!
Back to you,
Yes.
Grant.
Thank you, Stephen Ahmed. Well, there you have it. The Utah team with our special moment here, coming through in a blistering time. That is a winning moment. That is a winning plan. Well ahead, 2 or 3 minutes ahead of our second place team here on obstacle number 7. Brought to you by Emirates. It was all about coordination, precision, power, and accuracy. Well, how did they do it? Let's have a look at the highlights from round number 1 here. It all started with the briefing, the strategy that matters. Picking the 5 athletes, they're going to maneuver their way through the course the fastest. And it was Utah that obviously understood the task at hand. They knew what they needed to do from start to finish, from stage to stage. Chasing them were the other teams. They were like, how? How are they moving so fast? Well, you'll have to write the notes down. You'll have to take it into the next round because they're setting a standard high. The ropes, they played havoc with some of our teams. You saw fatigue kick in, the forearms give away, and the fingers let's go. And that was our first round here. Reminder, later on this evening at 9:15 p.m. here in Dubai Festival City is the raffle draw where you could be driving away in a brand new car. Looking stylish, looking cool as you drive and explore the Emirates. Well, it's going to take a lot to make it into that top 4, and Utah Well, they backed up their words with absolute precision as they move into the next round. As we continue here on the night, we're going to go into obstacle number 6 of round number 2, brought to you by Beyond. Let's find out more about obstacle number 6 by Beyond. To find out more, let's talk to Steve and Ahmed down amongst the competition.
All right, thank you very much, Grant. We're down here, obstacle number 6, presented to you by Beyond. And let me tell you what, we're really having a good time here. First of all, it's all about jumping. In this obstacle, you can have a lot of power leg endurance too. Jump in, getting some balls, crossing over, monkey bars, and later on, play a little bit of basketball.
أعزائي المشاهدين الكرام، نعم مستمتعين في هذا التحدي رقم 6 المليء بالقفز والترامبولين بمختلف أنواعه. لا ستيف شرح التمرين، أنا خاطري ألعب ستيف، أنا ودي أن ألعب في هذا التمرين. Hold my mic, Steve.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. My man, Ahmed. For now, back to you, Grant. You got to come down here. Woo!
So much fun. It's not just about the series, it's about the plans, but look at that. The guys really enjoying it, showing what can be done here. Well done, Ahmed, for testing out the trampoline and showing how easy it is. But let's find out more about the finer details of obstacle number 6 by Beyond with a quick demo video here. Well, there you have it. That is obstacle number 6, known as Ball Rush, brought to you by Beyond. What will it take? Well, aerial stability is a key factor here. Control, another. Timing and hand-eye coordination. You can see people in the fan village supporting their team, supporting their athletes, and powering them on towards potentially a finals position. We're only 4 minutes and 21 seconds, giving us a big thumbs up. They're enjoying themselves here in the village. Make sure you bring yourself down if you are around Festival City or here in Dubai. Come on down and join us. Remember that Raffle is around 9:15. The briefing is taking place with head obstacle Jason Yu asking those final questions. They have to reset these teams. They have to reanalyze what is the best strategy going forward. We saw Ahmed knows how to work on the trampoline. Made light work of that. And they've got 3 sections in front of them. The first section is one that's been a tricky one for some teams, but I don't see it being tricky here. In the Battle of the Cities, heat number 2, we're lifting the roof. We're raising the standards even further, I think. And they have to jump up. They have to hold onto the dispenser, spin it around, and that will release the balls out the side. Now, this is a vital piece of information because those balls, they'll need to transfer down the other end. But they cannot just race down to the end. They need to go through section number 2. That's the monkey bars. It's important to note that they cannot put the ball underneath their shirt or in their pockets. They need to hold on to it with one of the limbs. And you can see here on screen the 4 teams with different tension or different emotions being shown here. Some just calm and collected. Others asking the question to the lane referee just for absolute certainty. Some shaking out the joints. While others pointing for where they think that they're going to be the key moments here. It is round number 1. It is heat number 2, Battle of the Cities here, Dubai Games 2026, powered by DP World. But who is in the lead? Who is taking the early advantage? Well, there it is. You can see atop is Bologna from Italy with 38.43. They collected the bonus points there in obstacle number 3, which we'll get to a little bit later on. But we got the top 4 have all got bonus points. Houston, USA, Kawis from Poland, and our 4th position team there as well. Another bonus point there to our Guam team with 31 points. They're currently sitting in 12th, so let's keep an eye on them if they can keep collecting. Montreal, Canada. They are a team from last year. Look out for them. They were 2nd place, currently sitting in 13th. And then through down More teams with the heavy hitters. Breda from the Netherlands on 21st on 28, but look how many points all these teams have. Oh my goodness, so many teams have so many points, which means the leaderboard is nice and tight after round number 1. It is the battle of the cities. It is heat number 2, and between 2 heats, there's only 4 positions in the final, which will take place tomorrow evening here in Dubai Festival City. It is the Dubai Games 2026 powered by DP World, and we're taking a look at the dispenser. Now, it's not right in front of our athletes. It is up high, and we're talking 3 odd meters up in the air. So what will it take? Well, if I have to analyze this deeply, aerial stability. What do I mean by aerial stability? As you leap off the trampoline and hold onto that dispenser, you have to shift your weight from forward to back. By putting the weight back, this allows you to hold onto the dispenser and pull it down. But will they be able to figure that one out? Will they hear me up here in the commentary? There are 60 seconds to go before the second round of the Battle of the Cities, heat number 2. Let's have a look at the round. You can see there the dispenser is section number 1, stage 1, before stage number 2 with our cool drone there. Monkey bar across and monkey bar back. Remember, they're carrying those balls without holding on under the shirt, and of course when they get down the other end, they're going to shoot for glory. They're going to shoot for the basket and open up that trap door that takes them through to the magical 5 buzzers at the end. An incredible shot there, an in-depth close-up shot of obstacle number 6 here. Known as Ball Rush, and brought to you by Beyond. 22 seconds away, 4 new teams about to take on the challenge from Poland, France, Canada, and the USA. Montreal, our runners-up last year, they're in the green lane. Watch out for them. What will they do? 10 seconds here. Dubai Games 2026 from DP World, and we're with Beyond here at obstacle number 6. It is game time. And quickly into position, and first to jump there is in the pink lane from Ribnik. They were quickly up, but they did miss the dispenser. So it's all about who can get there. In the green lane, we see some balls starting to fall down here early on. It is our second place there in the top left-hand corner from Montreal. They knew exactly what they needed to do. And we see there in the blue t-shirts on the top right-hand corner, they get nice and high. That means the center of gravity stays above the hips, the shoulders stay above the hips. They can bring the weight directly down. But it's quick movements here from our team. Well, runners up from last year, Montreal, look at that. They know exactly what they're doing. One at a time, jump up off the net onto the cargo, and then they'll monkey bar across. Athlete here going for the 2 bars, 2 by 2. Quickly over to the other side, and you can see just like a monkey swinging back nearly 3 rungs at a time. We talked about this before, but this early rounds, it's only 60 seconds here into round number 2, but the compounding movement will and could take effect in the later rounds, so they want to conserve their grip strength. A lot of these obstacles are very grip intensive, and then once the forearms go, they will be gone. So will they have enough to see them through 7 rounds here at the Dubai Games 2026? In the orange lane there, you see our team from France. Purpin again, carrying 2 balls through the mouth. That's a bit of a technique. And then quickly, our Ribnik team coming across. They finally got the balls out of the dispenser here. They're going on to the monkey bars. Remember, they must jump onto the cargo net. And you can see there the team's loading up with as many balls as possible to lessen the number of trips across the monkey bars. That's the whole point. We saw earlier on one of the teams in an L-sit position able to move 5 balls across those monkey bars. I wonder if we'll see that one again. And then again, here's our best shot. 4 lanes, 4 teams vying for 4 positions. Top right, we see our team from Montreal, from Canada, their second last year. Can they go one better in 2026? The sideways movement, the front movement, but it is our team here in the orange lane. It is Perpignan from France. We saw this earlier on. This is a great strategy. I think this is one of the best ones. I was talking with John about this earlier, and we talked about how they had one athlete on top of the shoulders, but it does look like the referee says you cannot do that. It's okay, we'll have a look at that one a little bit later on. So the athlete having to jump on the tramp, get up and see where the bucket is. Now, of course, by using one athlete, that means they can get familiar with the bounce, the speed of the release Now there's the tension from the tramp, then there's the release from the hands. If you can find some stability or some continuity, then you'll be able to find some accuracy. But you can see here how hard this really is. 5 balls over the wall and nothing in the basket yet. We have our team in the blue lane from St. Louis in the USA. They're over there too. They've got 1 ball in the basket, followed quickly there by our team in the orange. So great shot here to see all the 3 teams vying out so early here in round number 2 on obstacle number 6, brought to you by Beyond. Now there's a flow on. Remember, they need to get enough weight in the basket to release or get the trapdoor up high enough in order to go through. They need to wait for their lane referee to give them the go-ahead. Ribnik trying to catch up to the other teams here in the 3rd section, on the 3rd stage. The blue lane doing really well. St. Louis for USA. It looks like every time I turn my head, another ball goes into the basket. We've got it's a 3-team race here for the top. Another there from the team in the green, Montreal, sinking another basket. It is basketball styles. I'm sure Steve's loving this one. And you can see another ball goes through just off the rim. And how important is this? Well, you can see down in the orange lane, our team, Perpic Nang from France, they've used up all their balls. They have not had enough balls hit the target, and they will not be able to progress. So it's a 2-team race with 5 more minutes to go. Plenty of time on the clock, but already 1 team eliminated, and it's the team in the green lane from Montreal, 2nd place, quickly scooting through to the other side. 5 buzzers, 5 tickets, 5 athletes, and a great time there, under 5 minutes here on obstacle number 6, brought to you by Beyond. Round number 2, they were accurate. They came into the 3rd section in 3rd position, but they were able to be more accurate. They had more timing, more eye coordination, and then quickly you see their 2nd place scooting through there from the blue lane. That's right. Now team from St. Louis quickly going through, but it's a tight one here between Ribnik and St. Louis on opposite sides of the course. That means we're just over halfway through. All the teams are actually, well, 3 out of 4 are completed. The 4th team, unfortunately there, were not able to get enough balls into the basket and to give them the pathway through onto the other side. So that's how important it is to be accurate. Strength coordination is required, but accuracy is the name of game when it comes to obstacle number 6. They figured that one out. Brought to you by Beyond. And you can see the team here have gone back to the start, Perpignan from France. They know what that means. Well, it's a fast heat. It was a fast obstacle for Beyond, but let's find out what makes these teams so fast. Steve and Ahmed, what's the key to success here?
All right, thank you very much, Grant. Here we go with Team Montreal. First of all, as always, 1 team, 1 spirit! Well, you guys were so fast. Why is that so?
We had a strategy, we execute, and we catch up some time from the 1st station.
What is the strategy?
Work as a team.
1 team, 1 spirit. Ahmed?
You guys start a little bit behind when I saw the other team in front of you, but you flipped the table on this. How did you make it, guys?
As a team.
Yeah, we communicate and we just changed the thrower and he carried it.
Just tell us a message for your title for the other team. What did you say for the other team?
We're here. Montreal's here.
Montreal has arrived. As always, 1 team, 1 spirit!
That's it.
Back to you, Grant.
Montreal certainly is here. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Ahmed. Let's have a look at that winning moment here on obstacle number 6, brought to you by Beyond. They did come through 3rd place into that stage number 3, but they were quick. They were accurate when it comes to the throw. And the battle for that 2nd spot here in the heat was close, very, very close, between Ribnik and our other team down there in the blue lane. There they are, St. Louis, with only 2nd, maybe only 1 second, maybe less than a second between the two. The winning moments for 3 teams out of 4 making it through. 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from the next round as we take a quick look at the highlights of round number 2. The trampoline, it played havoc with some teams and it was made to look easy by others. You can see the teams there quickly maneuvering their way all the way through the monkey bars and then on to accuracy, shooting into the basket here. and said they were the third team to arrive to the section, but they were the first team to get through the trapdoor. They were great. They were excellent when it came to accuracy, and that is the trick, the key to Ball Rush. Obstacle number 6, brought to you by Beyond. Find out later on at 9:15 p.m. only moments away, just a couple of hours, we'll have a raffle draw, and that raffle draw is for an incredible prize, the stylish car you see before you. Can you imagine how good you are going to look if you are the winner of our raffle draw this evening at 9:15 p.m. Come on down to Dubai Festival City, give yourself the opportunity, the chance to drive away in a fantastic prize. Well, 1 minute and 20 seconds away from the actual finishing here of round number 2. The teams are so fast, we get to have a look across the bay. It looks calm on the water. It's the still of night, the beauty of the bay. You can see down here in our fan zone as well, everyone trying to get as close to the action. There's a few spots available, so make sure you bring yourself down to Dubai Festival City. Come say hello to the athletes, get your signatures, or maybe even throw a few tips in there. Help them go through a little quicker. I mean, they were pretty quick, but this is the Battle of the Cities. It's heat number 2. It's the Dubai Games 2026, brought to you by DP World. We've still got actually 36 seconds on the clock. It is obstacle number 6, brought to you by Beyond. And the keys really were the strength in the air, the control on the trampoline, and that hand-eye coordination, the quick release of the door, which allowed the teams to move through so quickly. So will other teams be able to emulate that performance there from our teams, or will we see these guys in the top 5 a little bit later on? Final few seconds. Here's a few snapshots are taken. Remember to follow us on the social medias as well, Dubai Games, especially if you're around inside the village. Share your moments with us. We'd love to hear from you, love to see you involved, and love to know you were here and how much you enjoyed what is taking place before you. So now we are officially in the break between the obstacles, and we're going to move on to obstacle number 5, sponsored by Dubai Sports. As we can see here, we're looking into obstacle number 5. This is the play one. This is where the raft is. And what will it take to win here? Well, calm and control, decision making when it comes to placing those buoys on the tree, balance and paddle power. That's right, they have to paddle using only the board they've been supplied with. They've got 2 boards, but the trick we've seen throughout the day, throughout the last 3 days in fact, is how efficient they are while paddling. And also, how well can they keep the water out of the raft? Well, we're about to find out. Let's have a look at the finer details. Obstacle number 5, brought to you by Dubai Sports. It is row your boat when it comes to the obstacle, but look around the arena down here. It is all action, it is all smiles, it is all fun and games as the athletes are doing their thing, but the fans are doing theirs as well. Because without the fans, well, there isn't really anything to go by. So if you are around Festival City, if you are here in Dubai, make sure you come and join us. Make sure you get involved. Bring your energy, bring your passion, bring your vibes down here and support our athletes, or even take on a few of the challenges inside the fan village. There's lots to do, there's lots to see, and we'd love to have you down here as part of the action here taking place at Dubai Games 2026. You can see people there enjoying a bit of the beverages here that are available around the village. You see the young ones on top of the shoulders, which is kind of one of the techniques used by a few of the athletes there. And our last obstacle to help them look over the wall. So maybe they got some tips from the young man. And you can see it's a beautiful night with the skyline in the background. I tell you what. When it Thank you to all our sponsors for making this possible. Dubai Games 2026 on DP World. As you can see, some discussions going on there. I wonder if they're talking about the strategies that they would use here on the obstacles. Oh, I'm hearing from afar that we may have some secrets going on down in the arena. Let's find out what those might be with Steve and Ahmed.
All right, thank you very much, Grant. Here we're at, of course, at obstacle number 5, presented to you by Dubai Sports. Now, if you like water sports, like what we're doing there right now, we're just having a good time. We got a raft here. Ahmed is just sitting pretty, dry, all good, looking really handsome. I'm here soaked in water. We're loving it. So what's going to happen is you got to take on a raft with those heavy balls, by the way. Go to the other side, okay? So raft it up all the way to the tree hook. All right, and then get those balls in hooked up, all right, with my man Ahmed. So just pretend you're paddling up. All right, so get this water in all the way to the other side. Hook those balls as many times as you can. Get your teammates to the other side and press that buzzer.
أكيد ستيف، اليوم نحن في منتصف المعركة هنا بنكسر الأمواج للوصول إلى الشجرات المعلقة من خلالها ينتقل اللاعبين مع الكرات يحملونها ويضعونها في هذا الهوك المعلق. هنا أمامكم السادة المشاهدين مستمتعين أنا وستيف في الأجواء الجميلة في الرياضات المائية الجدا جميلة. اتفقنا أنا وستيف أن راح نجرب هذا الأوبستيكل في يوم الأحد. That's right, Steve. We're going to try it on Sunday.
We're going to try it on Sunday, but for now, you know what? Why wait for Sunday? Let's try it now. Ahmed, Yella, bye. Back to you, Grant.
Thank you, lads. Absolutely love it. It is Valentine's Day, so there's the love, there's the action, there's the vibes and the fun coming from our men in the middle down there. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. And that's why you should be down here in Dubai Festival City to be a part of that energy. Well done. Let's take a look after a couple of rounds. What's happening here on the leaderboard? Where are our teams placed? What positions are they in and how much closer are they to a top 4 position? It is the Battle of the Cities. It is heat number 2. 56 teams in total are taking on the Battle of the Cities challenge. But where are they on the leaderboard? Well, here it is in top position. Bologna from Italy still remains there up top. Katowice from Poland and Chambéry from France. And in that 4th vital position here, only in the heat though, remember, because it's from both heats that only the top 4 will go through, but only 10 points separates 10 to first. Where will they be? Those vital bonus points on obstacles 4, 3, and of course obstacle number 1. As we look mid-table, 49 points to 44 there in 20th position, so only 5 points separating the teams here. And that is super tight. So Montreal, Team Canada in 11th, they're moving their way back up towards that 2nd place that they got last year here in 2025. And rounding off the remainers from those last 7 positions, all the way through to 28th again. Look at those points tallies. Super close to a top 10 and potentially a top 4 finish. Big smiles, big waves there from our supporters in the fan village. They're enjoying the action. They're seeing what these athletes are putting out on the arena floor. We're only 2 minutes and 20 seconds away. It's Dubai Games 2026, powered by DP World. They can see themselves, the big screen there in the center of the village. 4 big screens to keep everyone tight and into the action. And down here on the floor, 2 minutes to go before we take on obstacle number 5, known as the Force, but bringing to you by Dubai Sports. Our teams, they're just strategizing, and we've talked about this one a few times over the last few days. The big difference here is how they can stay calm and controlled through the first section. How do they remove the boys off the bars? You can see the little bits of metal sticking up there, making it a little more difficult to remove the boys. They're going to have to remove 4 boys from those long poles, those bent poles, before they jump into the raft. And they're talking about technique there, staying low, using the paddle, and to give them much power moving forward. Paddle power, we talked about earlier before. We're counting down into obstacle number 5 here, brought to you by Dubai Sports. Where can these teams gain the advantage? How can they get those extra points? Well, we're about to find out. Reminder here that teams must put each boy on a different tree. There's 4 trees out there. They've got 4 boys. They must put 4 boys, 1 on each tree, before they can complete this obstacle. That means they're going to cross over. It means they've got to go between the barriers there. There's only a small channel. There's only 2 channels, but there's 4 teams. So how will they fit in? 40 seconds to go. As always, in the top left-hand corner of your screen, you will see your lane assignments. Blue, green, orange, and pink lanes. The shirts are a little bit different. You see in the pink lane there, Kato Weiss from Poland, Al Blag from Poland, Bologna, Italy, and Chambéry from France. You can see here, these gentlemen, they think the power or the speed to be saved will be in the paddle, but we're going to find out how good their strategy is. 10 seconds to go. Welcome into Dubai Games 2026, brought to you by DP World. This is obstacle number 5, brought to you by Dubai Sports. Let's go. And they're off into the rafts. The techniques, how they do it quickly. 3 members there pushing the raft in, 2 members jumping into the raft, 1 stabilizing while the others remove the buoys from the back. Some great techniques there, early days in the blue lane. Moving quickly with the buoy, the team there making light work, but as you can see, how here we talk about the bottom part of the screen here, the green and the blue. Yep, that is the deciding factor really. Who gets in front? It's going to give them a little bit of an extra edge. On the far side there, our team pink from Katowice from Poland, they've got a free rein because they're well ahead of the other team there from the orange lane. And the strategy, the decisions, we've seen other teams go far, put their first buoy on the tree that's furthest away. And when teams did that, they seemed to come away with the victory, or they were at least a top 2 position. So will that pay off here for our team from Katowice? Will it pay off for our other team in the green lane as well, as they pull up towards the tree, quickly putting that buoy on the tree there? And it's also noteworthy that these rafts need to be stabilized. You can see how tough it is. Chambéry from France having a little bit of off balance, but they're doing a good job here. They might actually push them into second place. Their buoy is up on that tree, and they're going to move quickly back to home base to pick up another buoy. You see our team in the green lane there from Bologna, Italy. They've been there for a little while. They're struggling with the balance of the raft to get that buoy up onto the hooks. In fact, it looks like they've gone for a change of tactics. I don't know where they're going, not too sure, but that's going to cost them valuable seconds. You can see here teams, now they must use the paddles. The only way they can propel themselves forward is by using the paddles. And we talk about techniques, we look at the team in the lead. Katowice, you look at the way they're holding the paddle, on top of the end or the length. That's one position, hand position, and the second is on the side. Now what this allows them to do is to control the paddle a little bit more to get more surface area behind the paddle and get more power in the stroke. We've seen this technique pay dividends for our teams, and as a rafting and kayaking fanatic myself, I tell you that is definitely the best way to power forward. And they're powering away here. If they've got the second buoy up onto the second tree, you can see 2 out of 4 complete. They've had a free rein through the gaps from one side to the other. And the battle for second place there also taking hold down below here. Blue and green teams, yep, they are battling out. They've got through first, but where are they going to go? Chambry in the blue. Looks like they're going to go far. Bologna in the green. They're going to go near. See before, they did struggle before. In fact, I believe they actually took the buoy all the way back to home base. We'll have to find out a little bit more about that. We might have to ask those questions at the end. But they are making it a little bit difficult for themselves. They've got 3 members in the raft, which means there's more weight in the raft. It means the raft sits lower in the water. It's heavier, there's more drag, and they're going to require more power in order to get through these sections. You can see other teams though, different strategies, 2 members in the boat compared to 3. Again, I suppose it depends on the total weight from the members. The deeper in the water, the more drag because of the more surface area of the raft. But it is a commanding lead from our team in pink. They're doing what they need to do. They had a game plan and they are executing to perfection. Katowice from Poland there in the pink. They've got 3 out of 4, 1 more to go. And there's Bologna there from Italy. I think they're sitting a little bit further back here. They had some mishap a little bit earlier on, but now seem to have worked it out. It's very interesting to see that way the teams execute. You know, there's a game plan. Sometimes plans don't work out and you've got to change your strategy. You have to see what works out. Sometimes you change on the fly. And we see here now the 4th and final buoy with our team from Katowice from Poland. They really are starting to stretch their lead. 4 minutes and 30 seconds into this obstacle. Obstacle number 5, brought to you by Dubai Sports. They know exactly what they're doing. They've stayed clear of all the other rafts. They're going to freely choose which tree they go to. And they are well in the lead. The other teams there only on their second buoys, but this team here 4 from 4 it looks like. Once they've done that, that is the second section, second stage completed, and the third and final stage is simply to get all their athletes, all their players from one side to the other. They've got 3 in the boat. They're going to go to the finish line and drop off 2, and they're going to race back to pick up their final 2 members. So Katowice from Poland in strong command here with only 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Great work here from our leaders. The first 2 athletes are off over the edge. They have now just got to wait. That's all they need to do. It is up to the paddle power of the single athlete they've put into the raft to head on back. It's a nice technique there, using the full surface of the board, stretching as long as he possibly can, get as much movement of the board through the water. So if you're into rafting, if you're into paddling, if you want to know the best techniques, take a look exactly what's happening there. We can see Bologna and Alblag here battling it out amongst each other, trying to catch up. They've got 4 minutes in round number 3. Obstacle number 5 brought to you by Dubai Sports here. It's all about the points. Where can they go? It looks like first place is well and truly wrapped up. The final members of Team Katowice are in the raft. They're heading towards the finish line with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. The team in pink, they are flying. They are raft professionals. They know exactly what to do. Bologna here with 3 members. They're trying to work their way towards one of those boys. They've done 2. This is going to be the 3rd one for them. But you can see here in camera, it is a runaway, an absolute showcase of strength, calm control, decision making, and paddle power here. The team is dragged in. Katowice from Poland. 5 players, 5 athletes showing the way, and 5 buzzers completed with 6 minutes 54 unofficially. You can see how much it means. The team was outstanding. Teamwork, one team, one spirit, collaborating together, connecting together, and flying away through obstacle number 5, brought to you by Dubai Sports. And now it's a battle for second spot. It's a battle against the clock with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock there. Round number 3 is counting down. that is what teams we're going to be focused on. We can see there in the blue, our team with their 4th buoy. Yes, all 4 blue buoys are now on all the trees, and they are racing for that 2nd spot. They're racing against that clock. It's 2 minutes and 21 seconds they've got. 2 athletes in the raft. You can see working together very nicely. Synchronization there with the paddle, which I think, for my mind, is definitely much stronger. Trying to save a bit of time leaping out of the boat. Will they go with one? Yes, they will. Chambury there just with the 1 athlete being sent back to collect the other 2. Again, using that same technique we saw earlier on. The stretch out in front, the long reach, and the big stroke when it comes to paddling. An absolute must when it goes to speed on the water. And the Bologna team there taking their 4th buoy out on towards the tree. Remember, 1 buoy per tree. 4 trees, 4 buoys. 4 teams here looking for the top 4 positions. Is round number 3. Is 90 seconds left here in the round. They need to finish. They want those points, and the earlier they finish, the more points they get. It's Battle of the Cities. It's heat number 2. It's obstacle number 5, brought to you by Dubai Sports. It is our Chambury team there. The final 2 athletes waiting. They've got 1 minute and 11 seconds. They'll have to be quick. Will they switch the paddler? Will someone else take over? Will the other 2 paddlers take over? In fact, it looks like exactly what's going to happen. Great strategy there by our team in blue. Reaching afar. They'll need to work together. Our team in the green there working their way. Bologna, Italy, they're heading back. Of course, we've got our team from other team from Poland, El Blag. They're there too. They're trying to make it under the time cap. 45 seconds to go here. Obstacle number 5. Dubai Sports powered. They have to avoid the other teams. Looks like a bit of a bang crash there. A little bouncing into each other, sending the Bologna team over to the side. It is all the battle here down on the competition floor. 25 seconds remain. Look how tight this competition is. Our team from El Blag there, Poland, they've got 2 athletes across the finish line. They'll need to go back for the remaining 2. But right here in the blue lane, it is from Chambury, France. 5 athletes, 5 players hitting those buzzers, celebrating with only 7 seconds remaining. Wow, they caused a big momentum shift here throughout the obstacle. The round is now complete. 10 minutes is done. What a huge effort from all teams on the obstacle. Oh, strategy really played a part. Calm control, decision making, balance, and pedal power. You can see our MCs, they were in the water. They tested out the water earlier, and I think it definitely really set the scene for all our teams here. They knew the strategy, they knew exactly what they were doing, and they were executing very, very well indeed. It is obstacle number 5. It's known as the Force. It's brought to you by Dubai Sports. Let's have a look at the best moments of the round here on obstacle number 5. We can see our team from Katowice there. They really were in control from start to finish. The winning moment, the celebration moment, goes to our first place. And look at that celebration. One for the record books. Coming closely in second place is Chambury with only seconds remaining there. The 2 teams out of 4 to finish. As we take a look at the full highlights from round number 3. We saw our lads set the scene where they were in the water, and then the teams, they saw the techniques, they saw what needed to be done. It was all about how quickly they could move those boys into position. They could minimize the distance. They could minimize the calamity that came before them. The rush with 4 boys onto 4 separate trees. And as you can see here, it's Katowice with the winning moment. And it's going to be really interesting to see Katowice, how they handled those pedals. Maybe the boys can get some insight. Let's go down to Steve and Ahmed and find out more.
Thank you very much, Grant. Here we go with Team Katowice with Yasa. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. It's amazing to be here, and we are very happy.
It's great to have you guys here, of course, at Dubai Games 2026. You all performed really well under pressure. Why is that?
We came with a plan, we executed it, and guys are doing amazing. and we are just all giving our best to the team.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
You did an amazing job and a fast performance, as Steve said. I want to ask you about your boat. Is it a regular boat or power speed boat?
I think it's like more motor speed boat.
That's it. I can see that because you start picking the balls, bringing the balls to the hook and direct to the finish lane.
Yeah, it was our plan. We executed it, and it all went as planned.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations to Team Katowice. Back to you, Grant.
Good job, guys.
Thank you, lads. You can see there the team's probably not wanting to give away any secrets, but they're holding on to the key to success. We're going to move on to obstacle number 4, brought to you by Uni Labs. So what will it take? Obstacle number 4 brought to you by Uni Labs. It's known as the bulldozer. For what is the keys here? Well, from my side, steady hands when it comes to the House of Cards, then a carrying coordination, and we'll see what that means when they're down on the competition floor, and then leg drive, power from the bottom up. We can see the briefing taking place there from Karen Balbaki there, our head of the obstacle, clarifying exactly what needs to take place through each of the sections. Remember, 3 stages or 3 sections they'll need to navigate as quickly as possible. And when it comes to the teams, this one here has bonus points, so a lot on offer here on obstacle number 4. Will teams choose to go for those bonus points, or they choose to go for a faster time? It's all about strategy. It's all about understanding that maybe they need to take a little bit of a risk. Let's take a look at the specifics, the details here of obstacle number 4, brought to you by Uni Labs. Well, there we have it, what stands before them. But look at the crowd here. They've got the energy rising, the heat rising here from the fan base. Keeping a sharp eye on our athletes. Let's go back into the arena and find out those hints and tips from our main men, our MCs, down on the competition floor, Steve and Ahmed.
All right, thank you very much, Grant. Here we go now to obstacle number 4, presented by Unilabs. This obstacle is all about push and power. We're talking about sled push upwards, by the way, and we're talking about very heavy weights as well. Now, you got some water canisters like this one. These are heavy stuff, by the way, for the bonus points, and these are not light. Ahmed, what do you think, man?
I think is more than 25 kg. اعتقد اعزائي المشاهدين هذا العبوه الواحده اكثر من 25 كيلو جرام ستيف، وعندك 6 عبوات، 6 في 25. انا يعني ما بشاطر في الحساب، لكن رقم كبير اكيد. 50 50 50 150 كيلو اضافيه على ال 200 كيلو، على ما اعتقد اكثر من 200 كيلو المفروض اللاعب يدفعها في هذا المسار اللي طوله 30 متر. كل ما رحت للاعلى كل ما كان اصعب ستيف.
So the big question is, how strong is your team and how hard could you push? That is coming right up right here, obstacle number 4. This is Dubai Games 2026. Back to you, Grant.
We can see there what it takes here in this obstacle, what it will mean for the teams. It is all about strength, and you see the guys there flexing, showing off their strength. Will that be the leadway into obstacle number 4 here by Uni Labs, known as the bulldozer? 3 sections. Teams will need to navigate. First, a steady hand required for the House of Cards. Then, second stage is carrying that stretcher onto the sled, and that weight is very, very heavy. You may see the guys there, they made it look easy, but if they want, teams can also decide to go for bonus points. 5 bonus points, pushing them closer towards a top 4 position. We're only 2 minutes and 40 seconds away for the start of the new round. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. Where do they need to be? A new leader, Kutna Hora from Czech Republic there, sitting atop of the leaderboard. Malmo, Sweden, Moscow, Russia, and Katowice from Poland in number 4. They've got bonus points. They've got lots of points, but as you can see, only 9 points separating the top 10 teams here in the Battle of the Cities during the second heat. So really, they've got to go for those bonus points if they want to have a chance to be in the finals on Championship Sunday. Let's have a look at 11 through to 20. There's still an opportunity. There's still a chance. That's right. There's only about 15 to 20 points required. We've got Dubai, UAE sitting there in 11th. And we've got Barcelona, Spain, Ribnik. We've got Stockholm here in our top 20. Anyone from here can score more points and get them through into that top 4 and into those finals. And even we look down through here, 1 to 28. Gothenburg, Sweden have a chance as well. St. Petersburg, they were 4th last year. They're currently sitting in 21st at the moment. What will they need to do? But let's check on down in the arena with 90 seconds to go. Let's go see the briefing. And from our head of the obstacle, Karen Balbaki. A beautiful view there of our fan arena there. Make sure you bring yourself down here to Dubai Festival City for Dubai Games 2026, powered by DP World. You can see the team shaking out the nerves. Florence, Colorado, Oviedo and Malaga. This is going to be rapid. I can promise you that. Why? Because Colorado, yes, you heard the name, you heard it before. In 2025, they stood above everyone else. They stood at the top of the podium. So keep a close eye on the orange lane. There they are in the bottom left of the screen. They were our champions in 2025. They're here to go back-to-back. They mean business. They've got to make up a few points. They are a little bit behind, but hey, we're only in lower rounds. We've got many rounds and many more opportunities to go. What will we see here? 25 seconds, 23 seconds before this obstacle begins. Brought to you by Unilabs. It's obstacle number 4 here. The Battle of the Cities is the second heat of our 56 teams taking on the challenge and vying for those top 4 positions. Championship Sunday is just around the corner. It's 10 seconds. It's obstacle 4, brought to you by Unilabs.
3, 2, 1.
Section number 1 is underway. They require a steady hand to build the house of cards. You can see precision, coordination and communication required here. And the first step is create a strong foundation. Bringing the cards together to balance against one another, and then the top layer there, you can see they have to build a full pyramid. So they have to make sure that the base is very solid. 30 seconds in, and already you see here in the top right-hand corner in that green lane, well, Oviedo from Spain moving quickly, and of course, yes, they're going for the bonuses. Those canisters that we saw Stephen Ahmed lift before, those are not light. They are heavy, and they are worth 5 extra points. And because all teams deciding to go for those extra points as well, this is what we see, a bit of technique down the bottom there, maybe some time saving with all those canisters in the blue lane being placed into the stretches. That's a little time sacrifice at the start, but maybe they will pay off for them in the later stages. As with our current leaders here in the green lane here, only just over a minute into the round at number 4 on obstacle number 4. It's Oviedo from Spain with a strong lead, but just over Colorado, are defending champions from the USA. And we can see here a good close-up of the teams getting low, and that's really important when it comes to power through the sled. You get down low, that means the power from the legs go through the glutes, the hips, the core, and then the shoulders, and allows that they go into the sled itself to move quickly. You can see here Colorado trying to stamp their mark, build their way up the leaderboard. They put the water canisters into the stretcher. They'll lift that one up. They'll move it up the ramp to the sled. And from there, they'll be moving past the second section. We can see these teams are absolutely flying. They are soaring. Less than 2 minutes and already through the second section. It is Colorado leading the way. They're building their way back into it. Two stretches, excuse me, on the stretcher. They're moving quickly. They're running back down the ramp. This is going to be quick. This could be record set here on round number 4. Obstacle number 4 brought to you by Unilabs. And it's a tight battle between second place as well in the blue-green lanes there. Teams racing with power, pushing that sled halfway up the ramp. Will they be able to catch our current leaders from Colorado, our defending champions? Will they be able to hunt them down? Oviedo and Malaga there in the blue and green, trying to chase them down. And of course they're on the pink lane. All 4 teams through their second sections. They're all going for those bonus points, but it's our leaders, our defending champions from Colorado with the lead. They've got the stretcher, they've got the bonus canisters in the stretcher, making their way up to the sled. Hands free of the House of Cards. It's Malaga there in the blue lane in second place. So they've made up some time. Quick, steady hands is the key. And you can see great work there, third place coming in. But will they be able to catch our leaders? Colorado, the low body position, just like in a rugby scrum. Hips down in line, level, parallel with the shoulders. That's where you're going to get the most power. You can see the floor being pushed by the toes of the athletes as the power comes through, the leg drive comes through, pushing that heavy weight up to the top. And look how quick this is. 5 athletes, 5 buzzers, and under 4 minutes to complete obstacle number 4 here. Wow. We've still got teams now coming through in second place. This is, again, just as lightning fast. That's right, in the blue lane, Malaga from Spain. Look how quick they are. That is a huge effort. And of course, the fist pumps absolutely should be shown here. The flex of how quick they moved through this obstacle. Wow, and wow is what is coming through my mind at the moment. Look how quick they established and built those House of Cards. Look how fast and powerful they were to move those stretches and then to move the sled here in the green lane. Oviedo from Spain, again, low body position, not quite as low and strong as the other teams before them, but still strong enough to finish there in third place in this heat. Quickly moving to the buzzers, simultaneous heat, and they are seconds, just seconds in front of the team from Florence, Italy. Oh, every team under that 4 minutes and 30 seconds mark. That was super fast. Speedy Gonzalez, they say. I have to take a breath here. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed. We knew the battle was coming. We knew the challenge was on. We knew our defending champions, Colorado, would set the standard. They certainly did that. But oh my goodness, the other teams were up to the challenge as well. All teams under 5 minutes here in round number 4. Every team and every individual with great technique, steady hands, coordination, and powerful leg drive drove them through the obstacle. Obstacle 4 brought to you by Unilabs, part of Dubai Games 2026, the 7th edition, as teams aim to go into the Final 4. Will they make it? Will this be enough? It's been an absolute brilliant day here. We see it just gets more and more intense, and we can see the standards being set. Other teams looking across the lanes and other teams looking across the obstacles, what's before them, what they need to do in order to put themselves into a opportunity. But let's find out how these teams are doing it. How are they moving so quick? And the guys with the questions, well, Steve and Ahmed are about to find out. Let's go down to them on the competition floor.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Grant. All right, I'm in Colorado team. One team, one spirit. All right. Woo! All right, you guys were so fast. What was the secret?
You know, old school American muscle is an unmatched power in the world, and we're just here to prove it, all right? This is heavyweight. We live under heavyweight. So this is no big deal. We're just getting warmed up. We got a mountain to climb right now.
All right.
We live in the mountains.
American muscle, that's what I'm talking about.
Guys, you did an amazing job, a powerful job. I know you defeated your title, but you have a partner previous year with Montreal. But this team, what's your message to Montreal and the rest of the teams?
Listen, we love those guys. They're good dudes. But out here, it's no mercy.
One champion only?
One champion only. Best man wins. Or woman.
Best man wins. Here we go. American muscle. One team.
One spirit.
Back to you, Grant.
You heard it here first. The team from Colorado looking to go back to back. Oh, American Muscle, that's what they say. That was the key to success for them to power that sled up the ramp. The winning moments here from our teams first and then into second. They were commanding, they were leading, and look how strong they are. They knew exactly what's at stake. 4 teams crossing line so quick, so fast here on obstacle number 4, brought to you by Unilabs. And our 4th team from Florence, Italy. They were fast as well. Let's head on back down with more interviews and more insights with Steve and Ahmed.
All right, here you go. Thank you very much, Grant. We got Team Malaga. Hermanos, buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, estamos... No lo voy a decir porque comemos la competición. Vamos arriba.
Are you guys having a good time?
Yeah, very good time. I think so. I don't know what is the time, but my thing is fucking up.
There's only one time. It is always game time.
Yes, so just tell me, you know that you carry more than 300 kg on that slider. What's the secret? I think this is the secret for your
exactly.
Performance.
Yeah. The secret is sometimes you take this one, huh?
Wow.
Power. It's queroseno.
That is so delicious, man. All right, there we go. Grant, you want some of that? You got to train hard. Back to you, baby. Let's go.
That could be the secret sauce, the sweet secret sauce there, the lollies. I wonder what is in that bag. And yes, Steve, I would absolutely love some right now. The glucose that goes through the system, that gives you the energy kick. Well, obviously it works. Malaga, they're able to push through into that second position. There's still time on the clock here as other teams go through their obstacles. But the key to success, well, we knew it was going to be about steady hands. We knew it was going to be about power. And that secret sweetie there in the bag is obviously what does it for the team Malaga. They did come second here. Compared to Colorado, it was American Muscle that led the way through obstacle number 4. I tell you what, the standard is so high. It gets higher and higher. We're here in the 7th edition of Dubai Games in 2026, brought to you proudly by DP World. There's 4 great teams here on the floor. We've heard from 2 of them. Let's hear from the 3rd team and see what their secret is. Was it the sweets? Stephen Ahmed, what do you say?
All right, thank you very much, Grant. Prima, buonasera, Italia! 1, 2! All right, you guys are having a good time, having fun in there. Why is that so?
That's amazing. We are doing our best, and we are having fun.
That's it, having fun.
I think you guys, you made it to carry more than 300 kg. What's the Italian secret?
The secret is what?
Pasta, baby.
That's it. She knows the secret. She knows. Yes. Steve,
Bene.
you like pasta? Which kind of pasta?
I love chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
Penne. No, I'm kidding, man. No chicken. I know. I'm just kidding. I love penne, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Well, congratulations. And once again, one team.
One
speedy. Back to you, Grant.
Thanks to the lads there, doing a fantastic job. Let's take a look at the highlights from round number 4 here. Obstacle number 4, proudly brought to you by Unilabs. Well, they say the sweets were the secret. They say American Muscle was the secret. And we just heard from Florence there that maybe it was the penne, the pasta, that powers the team through. 4 teams took on this challenge here in heat number 2. Here on the obstacle from round number 4, it was all about that leg drive. They were so fast, so quick, and they all went for the bonus points. As Ahmed pointed out, it's 300 plus kilos on that sled. The team from Malaga coming through there, nice and strong in that second place, just behind Colorado. Florence bringing up the top 4, but we're moving on. It is happening here down in the village area at Dubai Festival City. It is Dubai Games 2026, and we're moving on to Obstacle 3, brought to you by Algo Group. Look at these amazing people joining us down here, bringing their energy, their vibes into the village. They're having a look around. They're taking on some of the challenges, and they're probably strategizing exactly what they would be doing if they were out there on the competition floor. I tell you what, if you are down here, look at these obstacles. See how challenging they are, and then make sure you are part of Dubai Games 2027 next year. We are only moments away, in fact, just over 1 hour away at 9:15 p.m. There she is, that beautiful vehicle that will be given away to one of our lucky winners here tonight at 9:15. Look good, look stylish while driving around the Emirates. It's about to be given away in less than 1 hour's time, so make sure you're here for that prize draw coming up soon. There's more and more as you take a look through the fan village here. Let's find out what's ahead of us, what is on the cards here. 7 minutes 20 time. It is obstacle number 3. It's known as the grip. It's brought to you by Al Gur Group. Let's look at the details. So there you have it, the details for the obstacle coming up. Obstacle number 3 brought to you by Al Gur Group. But let's find out what the lads are up to this time. They got wet, they've been lifting weights down there in the arena, they've been showing off. What have they got in store for us here? Let's find out the details. Steve and Albert, down to you.
All right, thank you very much, Grant. Here we go at obstacle number 3 presented by Al Gur Group. It's all about tunnels, towers, climbing, and a whole lot of challenge. But the biggest question is, where's my man Ahmed? Yalla, Shabab, where you at?
كنت اجرب الحاجز جدا ممتاز ستيف ورا. It's really fun here going up and down اعلى واسفل في هذه الحواجز المنتشره على هذا الطريق. ومن ثم نفس ما تعودنا محبين السوشي على موعد مع وجبه سوشي قيمه فيها 10 نقاط ستيف.
Man, you said sushi?
Yes.
I want to eat some giant sushi tonight. That's coming up next. Of course, obstacle number 3 brought to you by Al Gur Group. But for now, back to Grant. Here we go.
There's so much entertainment going on down there from the lads. Ahmed, how'd you get down there, mate, and crawl through that small tunnel there? Well, showing the way there for our athletes that are about to take on obstacle number 3, brought to you by our group. What are the keys to success? What will they need to do? Well, the 5 athletes that will take the floor, they need to be good at climbing and crawling. They need to have good stick control, and they need to have great team communication. That's what's going to get them through these 3 stages here on obstacle number 3, known as the grip, and brought to you by Al Gur Group. We're taking a look down here on the competition floor. It is our team Dubai. And we've seen a couple of past champions here as well. We've got Flyboy there on the right. We've got Halvard there with the substitute on, so he's going to sit this one out. Been very strong team throughout the editions here at Dubai Games, and they'll know all about best techniques and working together as a team. You can see teams here just working on exactly what they're going to do when it comes to the wall. And we're going to wonder how well that's going to play out for them. When it comes to a strategy, it is the Battle of the Cities. It's heat number 2. And the question is, where are these teams placed on our main leaderboard? How well are they doing? How many points do they have? Is it enough to get into the top 4? We see there on the top of the board from Spain, Oviedo, 97.67 points there in first place. They got 2 bonus points. They're slightly ahead of Kutna Hor from the Czech Republic, Malmo from Sweden, and Malaga that we saw there in Spain. So consistency is the key, but again, only, well, less than 10 points separates the top 10. So Bologna there from Italy in 10th position, very, very close. Dubai from the UAE sits in number 11. Again, only 11 points away from a top position. And then we take a look at our finals teams here, 21 through to 28. Utah, USA through to Breda from the Netherlands. Again, 53 points you see there. Collecting points, moving their way through. Still a chance, still an opportunity here at the Dubai Games 2026. We're only into the few rounds. We're nearing that halfway point. And at this point, we're looking at compounding effects. So what do I mean by compounding effects? Well, it means fatigue from the earlier stages. It means compounding effects on the grip, on the muscles, on the mind, and on the lungs. 3 minutes and 7 seconds away from the new round here. And what do these teams need to do? You can You see the team bottom right of screen from Kazan. They're still talking about how they're going to maneuver their way over the wall. You see the technique there. Talk about the base people, and the bases are usually the stronger people. They will fling the lighter ones up on top. It's usually a little bit faster. We've got the team there from Stockholm. They're up there in the top left corner. Team from Dubai down in the bottom left corner as well. Of course, rounding up our fourth team here that's going to take on this workout. The team from Poland, Gdańsk. They are there to make a move here up the leaderboard. 2 minutes and 20 seconds away. Now, I talked about speed. We've seen some fast times here happen on obstacle number 3, brought to you by Al Ghur Group. And where the speed happened was over those walls. They were like kangaroos. They were leaping, jumping, nearly not even touching the ground. Not even touching the wall, I should say, even as they flew over. 2 minutes now and way to the start. I think all the teams have their game plan. And this one is going to come down to where can they save the seconds. It will be on the wall. It will be how quickly they can ascend, how quickly they can crawl through section number 1. And then how well can they control the cube. It's also got bonus points. That's right, here in obstacle number 3, bonus points on offer. We've seen teams collect the bonus points, and how do they do that? Well, they move the cube up the cylinder to the top, and they get the small cube and the large cube up and out. And the large cube is those bonus points, those 5 vital bonus points if they want to be in the top 4 here in tomorrow's final. The Battle of the Cities will take place, and the champion will be crowned. Gdańsk from Poland there in the orange, Stockholm in the pink lane, Dubai in the green, and Kazan there in the blue lane. 60 seconds. What are their strategies? What will their plan be? Will they need to change the plan? I can tell you, it's going to be fast. I think one of the fastest times we had here was under 4 minutes. It was rapid, and you can see the sushi wheel that Ahmed was talking about earlier before. That's where the key is. And that's section number 3. When they get back there, they'll need to work as a team to communicate to release the key out of the maze before sprinting back down, using that key to unlock the buzzers before they hit those 5 buzzers as 5 athletes, and calling time on their campaign here in obstacle number 3. Brought to you by Al Ghur. It is the grip. It is known as a tough obstacle. It is a fast obstacle here as well. 15 seconds. 4 more teams are ready to take the stage here. Dubai Games 2026 DP World. This is obstacle number 3 by Al Ghur Group, and we're about to get started.
3, 2, 1.
And there they go. Explosive off the blocks. You can see the base men there got into position real fast. Now remember, when they get to the top, it's a 60 kg weight. They will drop the wall down, making it easier for these teams to leap over the wall. You can see the crawling technique. They leap halfway through that tunnel, but only then a couple more strokes to get through with the knees and the arms. Then quickly over the 120 kg wall. Very fast here in the blue lane. This, do not blink, do not move your eyes. Keep them locked into the screen. All these teams here already quickly into Chopstick Tower. That's right, they have to move the cube down the bottom. So every precious decision, every moment is really going to count. You can see there 3 levels. The small cube here, that first one, that is what they need to do to complete this part of the section before potentially choosing to go for the bonus by taking the big cube out over the top. Now only 60 seconds in, and these teams are rapid, absolutely rapid, bring themselves here into Chopstick Tower. You can see the precision, the calm breathing, which allows the nervous system to relax, the parasympathetic system. That means that fight or flight. And you can see there in the green lane, one of the teams has just dropped one of its cubes. They have to start again from the bottom, but they're on the top right lane in the orange. Moving very quickly there, that team from Poland coming through, doing light work. They're going for the bonus, the large cube up over the top. We see it again. Team throwing it pretty much from the second level, and they are in the lead. That's right, heading back down the lane. It's only 90 seconds in and already moving through the second section. The Gdańsk team there moving very quickly up over the wall. You can see they're grabbing the shirt. Every little bit helps. Flying through the tunnel. Gdańsk from Poland doing well. Those grounded wall, so base jumpers, I want to say, that are leaping, throwing their team members up over the wall to bring it on down. They're about to move into that sushi wheel, or that maze wheel, where they'll have to have 2 athletes behind the wheel controlling the cranks. It's going to move it in a clockwise or anti-clockwise position. You can see it. Now they cannot see where the key is or where the holes are that the key needs to fall down. And the lane referee there giving the clear instructions, making sure they do everything correctly here. And it's a tight competition. Dubai, they're in the green lane. They're making their way back towards the wheel, so they're currently there in second place. This is an amazing shot, a top shot, looking down how quickly they are moving. Big visuals we've seen throughout the day. That is the key to success here. Team communication. Big visuals. Allowing visual sight, because most of us learn by visually seeing. And so that's why big visuals help. If you say go left and you actually point right, you're most likely to move right. So by using good big visuals, the players will be able to follow nice and easy. We've got Team Dubai there with Flyboy getting behind the crank. He competes in the Ninja Warriors. Very good athlete across obstacles, great grip strength. And they have to move the key from the center wheel, but you can see here it is fast from our Polish team. Look at this. They've got the key out of the maze so fast, so quick, rapid. Down the lane they go. It is only 3 minutes and 30 seconds in, and already they're on the home straight. They need to take that key to the final destination where they can release those buzzers. And they've got a commanding lead. You see there a couple of teams still stuck back in the tower. The chopsticks are causing a little bit of havoc for other teams, but right here, no havoc, no hassle, no worries from our Polish team. They need to put the key in there first. There he is, the first athlete. Key in. Buzzers release. 4 minutes, under 4 minutes from our team from Poland. Look how quick that was. Every movement was pinpoint accurate. And now here, still on the competition floor with plenty of time remaining. Team Dubai in the green there, second from the bottom, or second up. They're now moving their way back down the lane. And look how fast they move over that lane, working so well together. They've been through many of these editions. They're one of the stronger teams here in the Battle of the Cities. They know exactly what they need to do, putting up a strong time. 5 athletes, 5 players, 5 team members racing towards that final 5 buzzer. Implement the key in position, and time for them under 5 minutes as well. Great effort, great movement from Team Dubai here in the green lane. Look how quick that is. These are top teams from around the world. And we're going to take a look at our 3rd and 4th position team, because they're moving swiftly as well. The Stockholm team and the team from Kazan, they're now all down at the wheel in the blue and pink lane. You can see a slight edge there down in the blue lane. Yep, they've got their wheel moving from side to side. That's right. The key there, you can see just at the bottom, one of the athletes desperately waiting for the key to fall out. It's going anti-clockwise. It's out down the bottom, and they are off over the wall. It doesn't even matter if it comes down, because these teams are shooting over the top. They're like a basketball. Look at that, leaping off the side, over the edge, landing down nice and strong. The base support throwing their members up onto the top. Kazan here doing a great job moving back through, only seconds away. Still 4 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. The key into position. Yes, it is. It goes there, and together they push down on the buzzer, holding their time with still 4 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Just under 6 seconds officially from our team from Kazan. Wow, this is a fast obstacle, fast round. We've still got one team out on the competition floor, and they're on the maze wheel. That's right, it's section 3 here as team communication. We're not seeing the big visuals like we saw from other teams, so happy to rely verbally there, which is the second strongest communication we have between visuals and audios. Also kinesthetic as well, but now moving their way with 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go here, up and over the wall, down the other side, leaping, sliding through that crawling tunnel. Only 20 meters in their way. Only one big wall stands between them and the finish line. It's round number 5. It's obstacle number 3, brought to you by Al Gurg Group. big thank you to our sponsors for making this happen. You can see the uniqueness, the energy, the athleticism from our athletes as they move their way from section to section. It's a great standout performance from our team from Stockholm, Sweden. The fourth team across the line, just over 7 minutes, and they've done it. Winning moment for them. Great time on the board and many points collected to help them shift closer to potential a Final Four position here at Dubai Games for 2026. Look at a beautiful aerial view. Look at our fan village, our supporters. We love you. It's February 14th, of course, and a lot of love going around, a lot of energy going around here as well, especially for our athletes, and they are putting on a show. But they're giving high five to our winning team. They were rapid all the way through. They knew how to scale walls. They knew how to crawl through tunnels. We're going to find out what their secret is. Maybe, was it the sweets? Is it pasta? The old American muscle. Let's find out. Let's find out the secret from our winning Polish team. Let's go down and find out from Ahmed and Steve.
Thank you, Grant. Here we go. Team dance. 1, 2. One spirit. All right, here we go. Greg, first of all, congratulations. Finished in first. Talk to us about a strategy. How was this obstacle for you?
Thank you for congratulations. We tried very hard. We trained all year, especially for this competition. We are very prepared. So I hope, and as you see, it wasn't a problem at all.
How long have you guys been training together?
Well, some of us like 10 plus years. I personally around 4 or 5 years. Yeah, in the same city, same gym.
A lot of teamwork, same city, same gym.
I think you guys, you've been very fast, like a boom, like a thunder on the field. Guys, you're not a normal athlete. I think you are ninjas, right?
Of course. You only can see us because we only allow you to see us, you know?
I like that. You only see him because they only let us see him. All right, team dance. One more time. One team.
One spirit.
Back to you, Greg. Grant.
Team dance there showing that they have, and it's ninja skills apparently. Those are the secrets for them, how they did so well, and they did show those ninja skills. They showed how they used the staff to move the cube out over the top to collect the vital bonus points there in obstacle number 3. They were able to work together with big visuals as well. So there's that, the secret. Will other teams take that on? Will they take the advice of Team Dansk there? And will they put up a top time as well? You can see it's great energy here. Down Dubai Games 2026 brought to you by DP World. Look at the fans. They're having a great time all across the fan village. And as the clock ticks away to finish off the round, we're going to check out here obstacle number 3 brought to you by our group. What are the winning moments? Well, here they are. We just had an interview with the lads. They said those ninja skills did exactly that. Brought them to this moment so fast. In fact, the obstacle referee there had to leap out of the way. They were so fast. That's Michael Jordan leaping out of the way there. Team Dubai, Superfly, quick on the buzzer there. Making a fast time here. The winning moments for all the teams. Look at that speed. Look at that pace as they come into that final obstacle. Getting the key into position. That's what it takes to be a champion, and these teams are setting such high standards. It is the battle of the cities. It's heat number 2 here down in Dubai Festival City, and look at that view. Wow, a stunning backdrop here. It is calm on the outside, but I tell you, it's manic here on the inside the arena. It is the 7th edition of the games. Lots up for grabs for our teams, and we're going to continue the live action here with everyone you see down in the village, trying some of the challenges, trying some of the vendors, getting to know what's happening here, and also getting involved with the big cheers, the celebrations, the smiles for miles here as they help our athletes move as quickly as they can through the obstacles. You can see it's absolutely packed, chock-a-block with people throughout the arena, throughout the area, and it just needs you. So come on down, join us here at Dubai Festival City. We're only moments away from our raffle draw. 45 minutes. Yep, at 9:15, we're giving away an amazing gift. It's going to be this beautiful car you see in front of you. Yep, how good will you look driving around the Emirates in a brand new car? Well, if you want to, you need to be down here at Dubai Festival City to be able to put your hand up and say, hey, I think I'm the winner. You can see here in the fan village, we've got some of the athletes checking it out. We've got some of the people discussing how they would take on the challenge, how they would maneuver through each section of each obstacle here. I wonder if they're giving some advice to some of the athletes there. Some up-and-coming athletes down there enjoying the action. Let's check out the highlights though from this round. It was very, very quick. It was rapid. 3 sections. Well, it started off with, I think, the strategy, how quickly can we move? They knew some fast times were set, and from the outset, they moved so quick. They got to the chopstick tower in a matter of seconds, and they got that cube moving up the chute, up the tower, over the top, and even got the bonus points as well. Now, leading team there, a winning team from Danske from Poland, they were quick to the wheel. They were able to release the key, and look how quick that is. Even on the highlights, they moved fast. They were like ninjas. Dubai there coming through as well. Coming through so quickly. A absolute rapid. Here we are, obstacle number 2 from Denmark.
All right, here you go, Grant. Thank you very much. We're live from obstacle number 2 presented to you by Demac. I'm soaking in cold water, and I'm having a good time. But you know who's having a good time even better? Ahmed, who's up in there. And by the way, this obstacle, it is very difficult. First of all, you got to come down here, go up, and the slippery slope of water continuously running with heavy sandbags, after which you got to rappel down there, do some zipline action all the way to the finish line. Ahmed, what's going on, man? Are you going to slide down here?
Not today, Steve.
Okay.
On Sunday, as we said. أعزائي مشاهدينا الكرام، مستمتعين بألعاب دبي السنة. فيها متعة، ليس فقط قوة وتحدي وعمل جماعي، ولكن المتعة دائما ما تكون حاضرة في الموانع في سنة 2026. هذا المانع وهنا قمة البرج، يجب على اللاعبين أن ينقلوا الساند باج حقيبة الرمل من خلال هذا الجسر إلى الأعلى. 21 حقيبة بالتمام والكمال، كل حقيبة أكثر من 20 كيلو تقريبا. ممكن أن يستخدمون هالحبل. Steve, let me pull you up.
You know what? I think everybody wants to see you slide down, and especially Grant right now. Are you going to slide down? Maybe not today. Well, that's
tomorrow,
all for now.
inshallah. Tomorrow
right.
I will do it.
More action coming up right here. Obstacle number 2, presented to you by Demac. For now, back to you, Grant.
Welcome back into Dubai Games 2026, powered by DP World. We are moving our way through the night just as rapid as the athletes are moving their way through the obstacles. I have to say, I was looking forward potentially for Ahmed sliding down, not today, maybe tomorrow, and maybe showing that technique for the athletes. But that's what's happening here in the briefing. What are they going to do? How will they eliminate the seconds they need for those extra points when they get to the end of the obstacle? It is obstacle number 2, and where are these athletes placed? Where are the teams placed here in the Battle of the Cities heat number 2? Are they getting enough points to push into that top 4? Well, let's take a look. Your leaderboard for here in heat number 2, meant just for heat number 2, for the Battle of the Cities. From 1st through to 10th is a new leader. It's Malmo from Sweden, 114 points. It's a top tight race here. You can see only 6 points separates 1 through to 10. So every time we look at the leaderboard, there potentially could be a new leader. It is tight. That means every second counts. 6 points separates 1 through to 10. Bonus points matter. You can see there on the left-hand side. 5 points at each bonus point at each of the obstacles. We saw bonus points just earlier with the cube. Here through 11 to 20, it's Montreal, Canada. They were in on the podium last year. They're just sitting outside the top 10. And then we've got Barcelona leading the way from 21st to El Blag there from Poland in 28th. It's all to play for. 56 teams vying for top 4 positions in the finals that will take place on Championship Sunday. We're only 3 minutes and 4 seconds away. It's the Battle of the Cities. It's heat number 2 here for Dubai Games 2026. Proudly brought to you by DP World. You can see the calming water there that's filling up our slide, where the athletes will actually have to go reverse. They'll have to climb up those ramps there. They've got the rope down with them, but the ropes will be wet. You can see the teams there in the top left-hand corner. Your lane assignments. Again, teams from around the world have descended here on the Dubai Games of 2026 to put their best foot forward to challenge for a position in the final. How will they do? We're about to find out. We're only moments away, 2 minutes and 18 seconds. What is the strategy? What are the questions that need to be asked? What are they in your mind? We've seen earlier on teams where they compete here. Obviously, you can see the cloudy water as part of Section 1. It means it's going to be a little bit difficult to see the bags in the basket. They'll need to reach in nice and deep, make sure they collect all those bags. That's the first thing. But this obstacle is really about balance and stability. And I mean 3 times the balance and 3 times the stability. Yes, they need to have strong shoulders to be able to carry those bags up the ramp. It's all about compounding effects when we think about how much work they've had to do to get to this point. We're at obstacle number 2. That means we're just under an hour of effort, an hour of work that these teams have had to put themselves through. And that means, how is their grip? How is their legs? How is their core? How is their energy? How is their mind? Well, we're about to find out. It's the Battle of the Cities here, heat number 2. We're into obstacle number 2 as well. We're only moments away. There's only 2 rounds to go, and every point matters. A beautiful view there from our drone, looking down the lanes from the finish all the way back to the start. The Flying Fox there with section number 2, that proved a little hard for some of the teams, especially the dismount at the end. How will these teams handle it? There's only 60 seconds to go. It's obstacle number 2, brought to you by Denmark. We've got teams from Guam, USA, and Spain across the board. And I can tell you, we've seen before, some of them used sweets to help energize them. Some of them used pasta, and some of them just used good old muscle. What is going to be the secret for these teams, and how well will they do? It's 35 seconds to the start. Will it be our team in blue, Roberta from the Netherlands? Will they be crossing the line first? We're about to find out. 25 seconds to go. Battle of the Cities here with 2 more rounds with points on offer. Thank you for joining us. It's great to have you here, part of the action. It is the Dubai Games 2026, powered by DP World. We're into the 6th round here at Dubai Games, and this is the obstacle number 2, brought to you by Denmark. 5 seconds away. Battle of the Cities is about to go. And just like that, they're underway. The team in the pink lane from Hagatan from Guam, they are moving in quickly into position. Team Houston in the orange lane from the USA. Team Barcelona, they're there in the green. And then Team Reda from the Netherlands in the blue lane, number 4. Quickly on to the ramp. They've got bags over the shoulders. And there's a couple of different techniques. Already you see there in the orange lane, the Houston team from the USA. They've got 4 athletes, in fact, already up the ramp, ascending their way up to the top. And you can see the technique here. Nice. You can see this one here with the rope hand. Now, when you reach long, it puts more pressure on the biceps. By doing small little grips closely, it actually conserves the grip and allows you to move fast and conserve energy. So let's keep an eye on that strategy as they continue to work their way through section 1 here. They're going to need these bags at the end of the lane, because at the end awaits the seesaw, and they have to find the perfect balance if they want to finish off obstacle number 2, brought to you by Denmark. What will be the key for their success is getting these bags up to the top as quickly as possible. You can see there in the blue lane with many bags already. The ladies doing a fantastic job. There we go again, that little short arm over arm or underarm movement there, making all the difference. Using the straps, sliding the hands through. You see a different technique here, one over the shoulder, one over the forearm. That means they have to work a little bit harder in order to control the balance on the shoulder. It means to work in the core a little bit more. But it seems to be working absolutely fine for the team from Barcelona. They've got a different technique there, one I've seen for the first time, with the one-handed pull on the rope and then 2 bags over the one shoulder. So what is going to be the key to success for these teams? So it's super tight here. All 4 teams really are working their way quickly on this obstacle. Just over 2 minutes in round number 6. And we have nearly, looks like, 8 or 9 bags sitting at the top of the waterfall. It's not easy. These teams are making it look easy. As you heard before, they've been training for the last year together. Some of these team members have been together for 10 years. So they really do know themselves inside and out. They know each other. They know what it takes. They know what communication is required. Section number 1 is complete for our team in the orange lane. That's right. They already moved on to Houston here. Has got onto the Flying Fox in the orange and quickly bringing that Flying Fox back. That's a good strategy. They sent one player down the floaties to grab the Flying Fox as the first 2 bags were placed into the basket. Good strategy, saves time, and seconds matter. There in the orange, these are our current leaders here. The 2-handed grip on top. Oh, it's a little replay here. You see how fast sliding down, a little bit out of control there, but looks safe, so that's good. And back with the live pictures here. It's in the orange. Those are your current leaders. And then it's a tight contest for second place there. Our Guam team and our Spanish team there equal in second. Can they catch up to the team in the orange lane? That is going to be the question. In fact, all 4 teams now onto section number 2. We've seen these spills and thrills here where teams trying to navigate across the Flying Fox. Now, if they hold on for too long, what actually happens is they rebound, just like a ball bouncing off the wall, and they go back into the water. But you saw that's the perfect technique right there, needing to release just before the Flying Fox heads back in the opposite direction. Great teamwork here from the teams, loading up the shoulders. And it's a little bit interesting to see here. It's really interesting, in fact, that teams opting not to use the rope to take pressure off the grip. Now, if they get their legs up over the knot, it means the tension goes onto the lower body, the stronger muscles, and it saves the grip. So maybe they're finding that when they release at the end, it's not quite as easy. So we'll have to ask that one. Stephen Ahmed will have to ask that one at the end. But you can see it's a tight competition here. Round number 6. It is obstacle number 2, brought to you by Denmark. It's the Battle of the Cities, and it's a tight battle here through the second section. You can see there in the orange, flying off the end of the Flying Fox. Making quick work there, the team from Houston, USA, and closely followed up Barcelona there in the green lane. The ladies from Brenda, Netherlands, the dismount there, using the body, protecting the weights as they move through to the end of the pool. It's a fast Flying Fox coming down from top to bottom. And you can see teams working together. It is one team or one spirit. That's how we work here at Dubai Games in 2026. We always have for the edition, the 7th edition here down at Dubai Festival City, brought to you by DP World. We're now in the second half of this competition. It is 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in round number 6. Round 6 of 7, so only one more round to go. Will there be enough points on offer? Will it be enough for these teams to get through? We're about to find out. Look how tight it is here between the teams. You can see down below the baskets are being filled with the bags. Still it is our team in orange, Houston, sliding through the final descent on the Flying Fox. They're going to move through into stage 3, the third section. Again, I always said it before, get the bags down, get the heavy end, which is the short end, the far end, closest to the stairs. Start to load that one up first. That's going to need more weight. And the reason being is the long lever from the anchor point, or the axis, there is slightly skewed towards that short end. And so a long lever means heavy weight at the end. A short lever means lightweight at the end, which means lightweight means you need to add more resistance. And you can see the team from Houston now starting to load up that light end there. They're going to have to look for that balance point. The needle there needs to be in the green. I think they probably have to move one of those bags across, or do they already know how many bags required? No, it's not going to be enough. They're going to have to take one of those bags off that long end lever and then break it across to the other side, I think. You can see it doesn't quite balance. Will they shift the weight a little bit? Or have they got it bang on to start with? Referee looking for the count. The team waiting. Could they finish this under 7 minutes? Yes, they can. Well. Look at that. They knew exactly what they needed to do. That seesaw proving no match for the intelligence, the strategy there of how many bags needed to go on each seesaw. And deservedly, the win there goes to our team from Houston, USA. But the battle continues for second place. Time points absolutely matter here. Obstacle number 2 brought to you by Denmark. We can see our teams there. Who is in second? Who's going to be the next team through? I have to say it's very, very close from our outer lanes. The blue lane and the pink lane. I think maybe here we have, yes, I believe so. This is going to be our second place team here in round number 6. It looks like they've got all the bags down. Yes, they have. And now they're moving into section number 3. Just throwing the bag down there. Nearly taking out one of their athletes. But composure held its own. Strong shoulders, balance and stability. Well, now there's only one thing left for them to do. Balance the seesaw. Put the weight at the right part of the seesaw, the right end. Get that needle into the middle, that green zone. Get the referee's approval, and then they'll be able to finish off. It's Hagatna there, doing a great job from Guam. They're looking to seal in second place here in this round. 2 minutes to go here. Battle of the Cities continues with obstacle number 2 brought to you by Denmark. Have they got it right? Have they got enough bags on each end of the seesaw? We're about to find out. Can they hold and maintain that second place? Can they get it done within 1 minute and 40 seconds? You can see quickly it's skewered to the short end, the short arm of the seesaw. They're going to move one bag up the other end to try and balance it out. They're going to slightly shift the center of gravity. You can see just outside the green there, the needle needs to sit in line with the green, and the referee, the lane referee, will give them the go-ahead once they have done that. But where are they? Are they going to be able to seal the second place? They've got 1 minute and 20 seconds here to go in obstacle number 2. Denmark Hills proudly sponsoring and supporting this obstacle with 1 minute and 10 seconds in round number 6. The Guam team, they cannot quite find the balance. They need to find the balance, and they've only got 60 seconds remaining. It's going from one side to the other. Hands release. The referee, the countdown begins. Will it? Oh. The needle moving out of the way. I wonder where the other teams, is it opportunity for other teams to catch up as well, or will Guam be able to sort this one out? It's really catching them up. Houston were able to put all the bags on and move quickly through. 40 seconds remaining. Where are these other teams? How close are they? As we see Guam there on the left and on the right-hand side, the other teams are catching up. That's right, here in the green. They are neck and neck, and who will balance the bags the quickest? They've only got 25 seconds. Not only are they battling each other, they're battling against the clock. 20 seconds. Barcelona, Hergarten, they're going to try and make their way through to the buzzers. They've only got 13 seconds. Can they find the balance? This is so tense. 7 seconds remaining. It just won't sit in the middle. 4 seconds remaining. How tight, how close are they? Barcelona, oh, beaten by the clock. So close. There was tension, there was pressure, and we saw at the end there, just struggling to get the seesaw to balance. The Guam team unable to find the equilibrium there. Barcelona so close as well. They actually had the approval from the referee to go through, but time was up. That was super close here. What a battle we've had. Great battle, great win. The balance just wasn't there for them. They were unable to get through. But that is what it's all about here at Dubai Games in 2026. Every moment counts, every decision counts. And it's under pressure, it's how well you can stay composed. That is what the beauty of the challenge is here for the Dubai Games 2026. And teams are finding out firsthand how hard it really is. Huge efforts by all the teams. Still big smiles, congratulations and high fives around for what they've done. The efforts there, I have to say, that is the closest I've seen any of those teams just missing out by. Looks like they're about to have another interview there. And we're here down in Dubai Festival City. Only one more round remains here at Dubai Games 2026, powered by DP World. You can see into the sparkling night, the calmness of the water, as the craziness, the action happens here in the arena. The fan zone filled with people all around. We've got people trying out the activities. We've got people having a relaxing evening, enjoying the atmosphere here. If you're around, come on down. Festival City here in Dubai. Remember, we're only moments away from that raffle draw as well, so you could be a winner. One more round, one more opportunity for our teams to make it into their top 4, and everyone's standing by in the fan zone. And who will it be? They can see themselves on the big telly screen there in the middle, having a great time. Very athletic, very fit people walking around here. You can tell they enjoy the active lifestyle. They're very happy. But let's find out what it took to be successful here in this round. Let's go down and find out where Steve and Ahmed are with the teams.
All right, thank you very much, Grant. Here we go with H-Town, Houston. One team!
One spirit!
Y'all had a good time in here. Talk to us about it.
Well, it was just a blast to be out here with all my good friends representing Houston, Texas, and getting wet and wild. Those sandbags are no joke, so getting all the way through it, having to be real delicate with balancing at the end, it's taxing, but it's a great challenge.
What was the mindset and team strategy heading into the obstacle?
We devised a pinpoint perfect plan over the past few days, and we executed perfectly. It was basically go hard.
Go hard or go home, my man.
Yes, exactly. Guys, I see you having a good time, especially in that when you're sliding from the top. How you guys feeling?
Man, I'm exhausted. My arms are like so wrecked from the weight of the sandbags. It hurts, but I'm glad we got it done.
Tell me about the balance. The balance was a little tricky. So how did you guys you balance the last station?
Yeah, I mean, we've been watching over the last few days, and we knew exactly which bags had to go where, so we just executed perfectly and got the job done.
Great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
All right,
one more time,
H-Town, baby. Here we go. One team.
One spirit!
Woo! All right, back to you, Grant.
Well, there you have it. That's exactly what it took to make sure they were the strongest team here in the heat. You can see quickly those seesaws balanced there. The bags were in the right position. It was Team Houston. They executed to perfection. Dreamwork, mate, and teamwork working together. But you hear about how the compounding effect of the forearms has taken effect here in round number 6. Let's take a look at the highlights from the round. It started off with the strategy, and they knew exactly what they needed to do. Quickly into the water, they grabbed the bags, and you saw the team, they didn't muck around. They got onto the ramp. They moved their way up to the top. Different techniques were used to save the forearms or to save the shoulders. They quickly moved into the second stage of obstacle number 2. It was the Flying Fox, and you saw many people starting to get the handle of the Flying Fox. Lacey did the right time, getting a little nudge there for the team from Houston. Going on down to the water, you can see there's the release, carrying 2 bags, 1 bag there just falling into the water. It's about holding on and making sure the moments count. There we see easily crossing down over the water. The Flying Fox is not as easy as it looks. These teams have an idea, they have a strategy and plan, and as we heard just now, it was Team Houston knew exactly where the bags had to go. That's how quickly they were able to move through section number 3 on the seesaw. It was a little bit of a struggle here for our team from Guam and Barcelona, not able to get the balance on the seesaw, but that's what it's all about at the Dubai Games to 2026 here in Dubai Festival City. One more round to go. Obstacle number 1 brought to you by Dubai Electrical and Water Authority. So what are the keys to success here for the final round or the obstacle number 1? Well, it's about rope control, and you're about to find out what I mean very shortly. It's about balance through section number 2, working together, coordinating as a team. Balance is going to be the key place there, and then it's going to be about accuracy. Potentially those Saturday night fun nights at the game zones could come into play here as they make their way to the 10-pin bowling lane. They'll have to knock down 10 pins before they move through to the final buzzers. It is the 7th round here at Dubai Games 2026, and is their final chance, their final moment to grab more points But more importantly here on obstacle number 1 is opportunity for bonus points. That's right, 5 more points on offer for our teams on obstacle number 1, brought to you by Dubai Electricity and Water Authority. Will our teams be able to collect? Will they be able to boost their score and send themselves higher up the ladder, potentially into a final 4 position for tomorrow evening, where the battle of all battles, the battle of the city, will take place with the top 4 teams. We're going to head on down into the arena with Steve and Ahmed are waiting to let us know what to do.
And here we go now. Thank you very much, Grant. Here we go. See, obstacle number 1 presented to you by Diwa. A lot of deadlift, water action, and if you like bowling, this is for you.
نعم هذا هو تحدي الاسترايك. هنا نقف على الطاولة اللي من خلالها ينقل اللاعبين الكرات الخمسة، ولكن هناك عائق، هناك جسر يجب إنزال هذا الجسر باستخدام هذا الحبل إلى الأعلى. ستيف.
Well, as always, it's only one thing left to say. It's game time.
Yes, it is.
There you see from the lads there. They're in section number 2. That is the balance portion of this obstacle. They'll need to carry one of their members on a stretcher across the middle. They'll need to pull down on the rope that sits there, which will release the drawbridge. The drawbridge will drop down and they'll be able to continue to the 3rd section. There's 2 minutes and 10 seconds. We're away from that final round number 7. But where are the teams? Where are they placed? Here is the leaderboard. And in first place, Dubai from the UAE, scorching their way up to the top into first place with 133 points. Only 5 points separates 1 through till 10. So everything to go for here in the final round. Colorado, our defending champions, sitting currently in 11th place, but they're not far behind. They're 127 points. They can make it as well. And all our teams through the top 20 are only within striking distance. What will happen here on the 3rd round? We see the final round, their teams from 1 to 28. They're probably just outside that qualifying spot, but they have the points. So let's take a look here. We look on the skyline. The night has settled. It is the briefing for the final time here, round number 7. It's gone so fast, I have to say. How are these teams still standing? You hear about how hard they've had to work through the legs, through the forearms, the compounding effort after 7 rounds, or after 6 rounds, because now they're in the 7th. That's right, it is obstacle number 1. It's known as the elevator, and it's brought to you by DIWA, Dubai Electricity and Water Authority. You can see our teams there ready to take on the challenge. We're under 60 seconds away from the final here, the final round, with Sweden, Russia, France, and Czech Republic all lined up. And these teams are in contention. They're in contention for a top spot. Remember, there's 56 teams. They're going for only 4 positions in our finals day on Sunday, the championship round. We're only 30 seconds away, and it looks amazing. This is the first section. Section number 1, where they have 1 team member hanging from the center and then 4 team members maneuvering them around. It has been an amazing day so far, but it's not over yet. Don't go anywhere. Do not move your eyes. 15 seconds away. It is Dubai Games 2026, brought to you by DP World. It is obstacle number 1, brought to you by DIWA. It is the Battle of the Cities and the final round, 7 from 7. Here we go. Quickly into position. You see the first athletes there pulling on the ropes, and what needs to happen? Well, there's long ropes and there's short ropes, so you'll need to maneuver the person by either pulling or releasing those ropes. You can see there teams zoning in, and quickly, look how quick that is. Already 2 balls by the green lane, I should say. Excuse me. They've got 2 balls. The blue lane's got 2 balls. The pink lane has 3 balls. So that's very, very fast. And the Kunahora Czech Republic team is already on to their 4th ball. They must have practiced this before, because they are absolutely flying. I literally mean flying here across the pool in the blue as well. Toulouse, France, they have all 5 balls. Look at that. They are not waiting around. They are in 60 seconds already through section 1, stage 1 here on obstacle number 1, brought to you by DIWA. Stage number 2 requires a balance. That's right, so they're sitting on the stretcher. They'll have 1 in the middle holding onto the balls, and then they'll have the other 4 holding each corner of the stretcher as they maneuver down. You can see the drawbridges there, they're lifted. They'll need to maneuver into the middle. You see the rope hanging there in the middle of the lane, the pink lane here. You can see they'll need to pull down on that rope and they'll be able to release those drawbridges, allowing them to continue through to the third and final section. It is only 90 seconds in here, the Battle of the Cities. Wow, we can tell how fast they are moving. Perfect shot here, how tight it is. Look at all teams in section 2 maneuvering their way. It's meters, very small differences between. You can see there in the top from Moscow, the team from Russia, they put their team member down the third section. Now this is very, very important. They'll need to knock down, they've only have 4 balls, but they'll need to knock down all 10 pins in order to finish here in obstacle number 1. That means they need to take a breath, they need to make sure they are accurate. You see there the first ball being sent down, they've only got 5 and they've got 4 pins knocked down. You can see the team from Czech Republic there, they've knocked down 3. The team from Toulouse, France, they've only got 1 more pin to knock down. They need the 10 pins. So they've got 5 balls to knock down 10, and if they've got any balls remaining, they can go for their bonus point. How close will they get? Yes, they've done it, so they've got 3. Moscow, team from Russia in the green lane. They're done. The team here in the pink from Czech Republic, they've gone for the bonus point. They've got that bonus point, and look how quick they are. Oh my goodness, under 3 minutes. How did they do that? Kutna, Hora, my goodness, that's how quick they are. But there's still teams out on the floor. There's still teams just moments behind them. That's right, let's have a look. Here we can see in the blue lane, Toulouse, France, seconds behind. Under 3 minutes that took them to get through obstacle number 1 by Diwa. And there's 4 teams out on the lanes. Look at this in the green. Oh, flip. Did I see that? That's a flip off the end by Team Moscow. Wow, that was quick as well. I'm just absolutely blown away by the speed of these international teams. Look at this. Oh, I have to take a quick moment and a quick breath because that was lightning. The team from Malmo coming through the 7th round really set an unprecedented speed record, I believe. We talk about land speed records. Well, these 4 teams, they did not wait, they did not muck around, and they knew exactly the plan. We saw a couple of teams there get the bonus pins, and that was because they got all 5 balls down to the bowling alley. They got their 10 pins down, which allowed them to continue through to the buzzers. Gave them opportunity to go for their bonus points, vital bonus points. In fact, this is probably the hardest bonus points to take here in the 7 obstacles, part of Dubai Games 2026. Look, I think that was the young gentleman that did the flip, I believe, off the end of the stairs, showing how much energy and how pumped they really are. They say eagles fly. Well, the team from Moscow also flying. Oh, the team, look at that, the crowd there, onlookers cheering on our athletes quickly through this obstacle. Maybe it was the energy from the crowd, from their fan base. Must be, absolutely. You can see the bunched in nice and tight, and we can see Steve down there. He's going to grab an interview with the team very shortly. They're going to find out what was their secret. Was it those sweets? Was it pasta? Was it simply good old muscle strength, determination, or hard work? Let's have a listen in. Steve and Ahmed are down there with the winning team.
Yep, thank you very much, Duran. Here we go, Kutna, Hora. 1 team! 1 spirit! You guys were pretty fast in there. Impressive, really. Having a good time. Why is that?
We had the plan. Everyone knows what we have to do for the final. We did everything on the Burj Khalifa challenge. We did everything here what we was possible to do it.
Now, what is your message to the other teams competing tonight?
Sorry, one more time.
What is your message to the other teams competing tonight?
One team, one spirit. One team, one spirit.
One team, one spirit. I like that.
Okay, I will ask, guys, how did you take to finish all the challenges? 3 minutes?
Amazing, amazing. No, it's not only my work. It's all of our team. They finish other obstacles. I finished this one. So one team, one spirit.
Yes, of course, one team, one spirit. You done with the whole obstacles. What's your plan tonight? Celebrating, going to the final. You think you're going to the final tomorrow?
I hope so. We finish everything on time. So I hope that we are in final. And tomorrow, if we are in final, we will do our best, and we are going to win.
All the best.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. One team!
One spirit!
Woo!
So there's a great insight there to what the teams needed to do in order to go so fast. Those rope control they had on the first stage was brilliant. You can see the fans here cheering on, giving the energy, giving the emotions, the energy required to push through on each of these obstacles. You can see some of the teams still out on other obstacles there, and the fans are getting behind it. It is electric. You need to be here because tomorrow is finals day. Make sure you clear your calendar, you bring yourself down as we check out the moments here from our Czech Republic team. Quick as lightning, under 3 minutes. They were so quick. They knew how to control those ropes. Look at the energy pouring out of our team there. The team from Toulouse just as fast, only a few seconds behind. And we see, there it is, that's the hit flip from the team from Moscow. We're going to go down with Steve and Ahmed, who are going to find out a few more of these secrets.
All right, now here we go at Team Toulouse. Bonsoir. 1, 2. Toulouse! All right, you guys were really awesome tonight, having a really good time, smiling, full of energy. What is the game plan and the mindset?
Go ham!
That's it. Just go hard. All right, cool.
Okay, guys, you did an amazing job. 7 challenges. You smashed it all. It's time to celebrate. So what's your plan for celebration tonight?
It's a lot because it takes a lot of energy, and I enjoy with the guys. And
What you plan for Valentine?
for what, Valentine? Hanging with my friends.
Hanging out with the friends. It's a night full of laughter and full of love, of course. Once again, thank you very much. 1 team! All right, thank you very much. Back to you, Grant.
It is all love there down on the arena. It's all love around here. Remember, day number 4 is coming up soon. But before we get to day 4 in those finals, let's have a look at the highlights of round number 7 here. Battle of the Cities. It was the final round, 7 of 7, and it was fast. It was absolutely rapid. We saw there our team from Czech Republic going through with their rope control. Did they know exactly what they were doing? I'm sure they've probably been part of the ropes outdoor education before because they knew how to maneuver around those ropes. Moved on to the second section here where it was very, very tight. Quickly across the drawbridge, they got it down, and then they were into the pins where they all got their team pins down. Let's go down to Stephen Ahmed with more interviews.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Grant. Dobre večer, Moscow. 1, 2.
One spirit!
Full of energy. We like it. Where's the energy coming from?
From our body.
So let's talk about the game plan. What was your strategy into obstacle number 1?
Crush everything. Just go through. If you can't, you just need to crush everything and go. Anyway.
Just smash and go hard, Ahmed.
This was how the Russian bear do smash everything on his race. Tell me about the bonus. How did you hit the bonus? It's very hard.
Vodka.
I think my heart go out my body. Really, I'm so excited. Yes.
Very, very excited. Thank you very
Good
much.
job.
Spasiba, do svidania. 1 team!
One spirit!
Woo!
The energy is high here in the Dubai Games 2026 down in the village. Let's have a look at the highlights from the day. You can see here obstacle number 1. Nice and quick. Teams into position. It was so fast. It was how they moved in heat number 2. It was what they had to do to get into those final 4 positions. Remember, it is finals day tomorrow. That's what they're playing here for. They had to make sure every move was calculated. They had to do that, not just calculated, but with precision and with speed. And we saw a couple of teams here taking those bonus points as well. It wasn't just about putting down those 10 pins. It was about getting those extra 5 points. You see the bonus point lane there being knocked over the pin to the floor, and the 5-point bonus along with the top points here for finishing so quickly. Kuntana Hora there finishing off first, coming in second place with our team from Toulouse. Moving through obstacle number 1, brought to you by Diwa, and a great moment there from our team from Moscow, and all 4 teams finishing here the obstacle number 1. It's what a way to finish off a big day. It's 7 rounds, 7 obstacles, and many opportunities to create points, to put himself in a position potentially for that finals day tomorrow. As we see the tall Burj Khalifa there. Actually, some of the teams here, in fact, all the teams, in fact, were part of the first challenge, which was to climb up the stairs there, 160 floors up to the top. That was how they all started. They were to experience the challenge there, climbing the stairs. It took them nearly half an hour, some of the teams. Very, very quick indeed. They had to do it while tied to a rope going up the stairs. And now they're here. And how well did they do? Are they in a position to go into top 4? We see now the energy has started to subside a little bit, only just a little bit, because there's still more to come here. Don't go far. We've got the fans around the area. They don't want to go home. They know what's at stake. They want to save their place, and you should too. Make sure you're down here in Dubai Festival City, where it's all happening for the 7th edition of the Dubai Games in 2026. It's all about qualifying, and it's all about you, the fans. You need to save your spot. You need to be in here early. Make sure you're here early tomorrow morning when it comes down to finals day. Remember the juniors, they'll be hitting the floor as well. And we're only moments away to see what exactly has taken place before us. It's heat number 2. It's the Battle of the Cities. Remember, 56 teams are looking for that final 4 positions. A chance for a top 10 and then a top 4. The top 4 go head to head and see who will be crowned the champion. The Battle of the Cities will take place, the final tomorrow. And let's look how the teams fared across the board. Let you enjoy some highlights of heat number 2 for Battles of the City. Let's go down into the arena where Steve and Ahmed await with a nice surprise for us here at the Dubai Games 2026.
Everybody ready?
السيد صديق أحمد مساعد مدير إدارة الصعوبات والترويج هو اللي راح يسحب على سعيد وراح يعلن سعيد الحظ الفائز اللي اليوم بيروح البيت بسيارة جديدة مقدمة من ألعاب دبي BYD موديل 2026 موديل. Steve.
We're giving away a brand new BYD car course. Thank you very much again to Mr. Abdul Almari for joining us tonight. Here, time to find out Who is the lucky winner this evening?
All eyes on the Raffles. الأنظار تتجه لصاحب الحظ
إجلي دانسكي.
إجلي دانسكي.
Egli Dansky. Egli Dansky, congratulations. You just won a brand new BYD car. Woo!
سيارة واحدة نعم. إذا سعيد الحظ معنا إجلي دانسكي الذي اليوم كان سعيد الحظ وراح يروح البيت بسيارة جديدة مقدمة من ألعاب دبي BYD جميلة. very very nice car ستيف. again سيارة جميلة ستيف يقول. إذا نعم هذا كان سعيد الحظ معنا اليوم. شكرا لدبي جيمز، شكرا لكم جمهورنا الكريم. وما زال معنا أيضا سيارة أخرى متبقية غدا بإذن الله، وأيضا السحوبات مستمرة. نعرض مرة ثانية التيكت.
Congratulations. Winner of a brand new BYD car, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to our winner, a brand new BYD car.
مبروك للفائز مرة أخرى. السيارة الثانية راحت وبقي سيارة واحدة. ستيف اليوم شهدنا تنافس جميع الفئات. اختتمت الفئات بمنافسة تحدي المدن التي أشعلت الطاقة والحماس في هذه القرية الجميلة. 7 تحديات مختلفة، كل تحدي يحمل قصة جميلة. ومتبقي التحدي الكبير، الليلة الكبيرة اللي راح تكون غدا بإذن الله في قرية أخرى أشبه بالكالسوم الإيطالي، هو الكالسوم الإماراتي. غدا سوف يحضر مع نخبة الفرق من التحدي، من فرق الجونيور إلى السيدات حكومة، إلى الرجال حكومة، إلى المجتمعي، إلى تحدي المدن. جميع نخبة النخبة سوف يتواجدون غدا بإذن الله في التحدي الكبير. الدعوة مفتوحة لجميع جمهورنا الكريم للحضور والتنافس والتشجيع وأيضا الاستمتاع بالفعاليات. وربما تكون سعيد الحظ الذي سوف يتعصل ويفوز بسيارة BYD أخرى مقدمة من ألعاب دبي. إلى ذلك الحين دمتم بألف خير، تصبحون على خير، نلقاكم بكرة. ستيف.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again to the winner of our brand new car. We're going to see you tomorrow for the finals. شكرا، مع السلامة، تصبح على خير.
Congratulations to our winner there, driving away in a BYD. It is the Battle of the Cities. It just concluded here, heat number 2. They came from all 4 corners of the world. We had our defending champions, Colorado from the USA, Montreal for Canada in their second place last year, and St. Petersburg. We saw them returning for another tilt at the title here at Dubai Games 2026, powered by DP World. Let's take a look at some highlights of the Battle of the Cities. What a day here. Dubai Games 2026 powered by DP World. It's been a day for history. It's day number 3. Teams qualifying for the finals. They'll take place on day number 4. We've seen highs and lows. We've seen ups and downs. We've seen creative entertainment from our MCs in the arena. We've seen the fans coming in, supporting and cheering. And it is a big event. It's been 4 days. It started on day number 1, Battle of the Government, heats 1 and 2. It went on to day number 2 with heat number 3 from the Battle of the Government men and the Battle of the Community. And this morning we had the Battle of Government women launch us off in day number 3, and then we finished here with the Battle of the Cities with heats 1 and 2. And guess what? It leads us into day number 4, the Battle of the Juniors, the first time in history they'll be part of the main event. And of course, from 3 p.m. onwards, it is the finals, the battle of all battles. The champion 4 will go for top honors here at the Dubai Games in 2026. That's right, you don't want to be anywhere else. It starts early morning at 8 o'clock. Be here. If you're in Dubai, come down to Dubai Festival City. Be a part of the energy, the action, the vibes, the fun, and what will take place, what will unfold. You want to be in person as part of history as it takes place. It's the 4th and final day. It's been an absolute pleasure having you join in here, taking you and calling through the action. Remember, my name's Grant Goes. If you want to say hi, by all means, please reach out. It's been a pleasure to bring you the commentary. It's been a pleasure to bring you analytics. Thank you very much for wherever you are joining us, near or far, locally or abroad. On behalf of myself and all the team, be safe, take care, and we'll see you tomorrow here for the final conclusion, the finals of Dubai Games 2026 by DP World here. See you tomorrow.